go, I think. At least. Expand the chat window a bit here. What up, folks? Everybody do? It's been a while. Hey, what up, Sheridan? Hey, 47 Ronin. What you doing, my friend? It's been a while, but I thought I better, you know, do a preparation stream today, just so everything goes smoothly for the viewer event this weekend. So it turns out, at least partially, that some of the audio issues I've had, apparently some of them were fixed by doing a game capture instead. The reason I wasn't using a game capture before was because I've had issues with, I don't know, I used to use a game capture, but for some reason my old PC couldn't register a game capture, so like it only worked with a monitor capture. But now I've gotten the game capture to work, and it seems that fixed some of the audio desync issues. I'm also a stream virgin. What up, Eric Bishop? I wouldn't exactly call myself a stream virgin, but big fan of your Vitz reference material. First time watching your stream. Hey, well, welcome, Mr. Nate Grimwood. What up, Stefan? How are you, my friend? Do a quick cat warm up here. Haven't exactly decided what we're gonna do, but maybe some Twitch mode, maybe some cast waste. Not sure. What up, Crow? How are you, my friend?
Rockbloods are digging for something. Turns out they're after the lost monolith of Gulmagak. Cursed thing is said to contain the putrid soul of a long-dead Chaos Lord. And I dread to think.
Good evening, sir. Lucarian. Good evening, good sir. You tell me, what is the mod that makes your weapons glow red? Like you mean in certain videos, right? Because unfortunately the mod I think you're talking about does not work on the official realm. I believe like it's called something like RGQ. It has like a really weird name. I can look it up afterwards. Wait, why? Oh, I hosted. I thought I joined the game.
You know these Nurgle do me. They're always happy to interrupt the killing fun.
I'll look it up afterwards. Guess if no one's here. It's workshop. RQ something RQ. Remember, it has a really weird name. That's not. I just see the mods I'm subscribed to. I believe I have it favorited. If I don't find it in the next 10 seconds, then you'll have to wait till after the game. There it is, got it. But for some reason in the mod settings, it's called something really weird. This is not the name when you look in your actual settings, but this is the one I was using. But it only works on the modded ROM. It's the lightsaber one. No, that's not the one. Crewban explanation about the Bachin Sword and Fire was... I believe that's because I was using a Reeve skin. You push your live stream times ahead of time on Twitter. I'm afraid not, mate. I'm not I'm not at all that well organized when it comes to streaming. Like I'm a YouTuber first and foremost. I stream on it's like the wind blows, right? It's like sometimes I won't stream for a month. Other times it's like I feel like streaming a lot. So it's usually not that organized. However, I'll probably mention in a video or something regarding this weekend where we'll have a viewer event stream. So that's gonna be like planned ahead of time. But most of the time, I'm not great with schedules. Thankfully, I have some nice mods that help me out with that. But most of the time, I'm not much of a schedule person, which probably stems from the fact that I sleep very irregularly. So like I don't know if it's like medically speaking is actual insomnia, but I've definitely had sleep issues in my life a lot of the time, which also tied into school being an issue from time to time, and that also sort of doesn't work great when you're trying to schedule things. So the only place I really post when I stream is like on the Discord when it goes live. Also because like I don't have set days or anything, I just stream whenever I feel like it most of the time. Console must be hard, but the controller, yeah. And games on Xbox and Legend Up isn't really fun solo. Yeah, I can imagine. It's hard enough as it is without having to play solo. Especially on console. Oh yeah, you're right. Rodolfo. How do you pronounce that? Rodolfo? Rodolfo. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Apologies if I butcher your name. I always butcher people's names. Okay, I'll try to pronounce it, assuming it's written with characters that I can actually read. I'd rather butcher the name than not try at all. Read your YouTube notification settings. I think the easiest way, because YouTube, it used to be the case that when you subscribe to people, you would like get all notifications, right? But YouTube has changed that. So the only way you will like guaranteed to get all like notifications from videos and stuff is if you click the bell icon. But I usually don't like asking people to do that because I don't know. I feel like I don't like asking people to. Maybe I should pay attention here for a moment. Hold on. The moment you realize that there's a cat spawned behind you. Oh fuck, I missed it. Oh shit. Not good. Ah, that was horrifically played. Pay too much attention to chat. Also, this is literally my first game in a couple of days. Right into action. That was a warm-up, doesn't count, no. Still haven't played campaign mode since Chaos Race released. I'm scared to go back. Yeah, like in, you mean in Vermintide? I'm new to the game and you helped me a ton getting home solid mechanics. I'm glad. Oh, why thank you very much, the Spoon Elite. Glad to hear that. I apologize for that horrific horrific display of gameplay right there. It's really just certain range classes that feel bad on console, like Huntsman who needs headshot. Yeah, I can imagine. Maybe we should instead. This build is kind of gotta focus a lot with this build. Your shots actually matter a lot, so I think I'm just gonna switch to the Moonfire bow. Also, why the hell do I have done? Build is a little bit easier to sort of concentrate on two things at the same time. Because like the other build with the javelins, you really gotta focus because you need to know when you have your critical hits up, and then you gotta hit those shots so you can get Scrounger activated. Hello from Estonia, my Danish friend. Well, hello from Denmark, my Estonian friend. It's hard to go back from Chaos Wastes. I really hope they keep updating Chaos Wastes, you know, add new properties, stuff like that.
I'd love a full-scale civil war, but at the very least,
but I think it's a prime opportunity to sort of, you know, keep adding new interesting things. Maybe some fire. You know, instead of just chain lightning, it'd be nice to have something with flaming swords, something like, who knows? That'd be an awesome fucking mechanic, like, just to have perma-fire on, you know, any weapon in the game. That'd be fucking awesome. Can you imagine that boon? Just make the sword flaming, just have every attack be the same, except now it applies flaming dots as well. like some attacks do when you're playing Sienna. That'd be fucking awesome. Just do an NG in Chaos Waste Cataclysm. Yeah, I could do that. It's a lot of fun when you get the right boons at least. I just really feel like Chaos Waste needs a couple of changes to really keep me sort of entertained, sort of more, like for a longer period of time. I feel like they really need to add a, I've talked about this before, but they really need to add a way for the weapon properties, like the, you know, the orange traits for weapons, right? I feel like they're too random. Like, I know there has to be a degree of randomness, because otherwise you're gonna get too OP every single time. But I don't feel like it would be too broken to like have that be purchasable, like in the same way that like you get to pick 1 out of 3, right, with boons from time to time. I feel like it should at the very least be the same with the weapons, because otherwise I feel like they're just there. You don't really get to enjoy them, right? Like I barely ever bother checking which freaking trait I have on the weapon once I upgrade it. Also because that's so late in the game, and I feel like it's a waste of those traits. Maybe they could even add them into the normal gameplay with a bit of balance or something. Who knows? The weapon upgrade seems to be lower rate. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? That, like, I really feel like what Chaos Waste is lacking to me is sort of value at the end, right? So I feel no, and I'm not talking about rewards or anything. I'm talking about I always have this feeling that the moment you play a game where you're like, oh, I get all the right boons, now I'm OP, and then the game is over, right? Then it's like I feel like every time you realize, oh yeah, I'm broken now, and then the game is over, right? It's like you don't. I feel like there needs to be more where you actually get to feel your OPness. You know what I mean? And I know. Whoops. Hold on a second. Suck at concentrating and talking at the same time.
The Packmaster is slain! Yes, Gonnexon, let the blood flow! I'll spin the water! Just as fine me! Let me a fight!
There we go. Sorry, what was I saying? Sometimes when I'm streaming, I am horrific at like multitasking unless the two things that are occurring happen on the same monitor. Then I'm good at multitasking. I really suck at multitasking when it's not on the same monitor. Dude, like I'll start talking about something and then before I realize it, I'm like, oh shit, we're fucked, right? And then by the time I start concentrating, it's too late. Maybe if I were to ramp up spawn rates with certain unique and exotic boons, maybe? Yeah, something like, I don't know, yeah, maybe something where you could like restart, maybe? Like if you had a dedicated team, you could like start from scratch again, but like a harder mode, like, so like, you know, sort of a heroic Chaos Waste mode or something, where you got to keep all your boons, and maybe you could even acquire new ones, but at a slower rate, right? Something like that, but then the game like really got exponentially harder or something. Not like Weeds do with the exponential, right? But where you actually had a mechanism to keep making it more fun, right? Something to keep you invested once you get all of your OP shit. Because I just feel like I feel empty every time I'm finished with the Chaos Waste. Not to talk it down or anything, because I think it was a great mode and I've had a lot of fun in it. But they're also just, I feel like it's too rare that I have a meaningful game, because unless you get those good boons early on, then you just end up with this, oh, I just spent an hour and a half, and since I already have all the wins, right, so I'm not looking to get any sort of rewards from the frames or anything, so I need to find the reward in the gameplay, right? And so I always just end up feeling like only like 1 out of 4 games or something where I've actually had that nice feeling of, damn, I'm fucking trashing everything because I have fucking Chain Lightning, right? But I feel like there needs to be more of that. Because if you could keep going, sort of, right, that also increases the chances that at least at some point you're gonna get OP, so it doesn't feel like a waste of time, right? That makes sense. Because I think it's there's great potential in that game mode. I really think there is. But I also feel like Fat Shark needs to own it now. Because people actually, you know, unlike Winds of Magic, this one actually had a great reception, right? People really enjoyed this game mode and were really positive about it when it came out. So they need to capitalize on that and actually update it a little bit. Listen to some of the critique and some of the you know, some of the positives, and try to make it even better than it already is. Timing, come on, assassin. Damn it. Would have been pretty OP. Boon pool is too diluted by barrel and grenade boons. Yeah, I've said it before. I feel like they should literally just remove a couple of the boons. Like, there are a couple of them that are just, they're so useless that it feels like a negative whenever you get them, right? I would rather have, like, equally sort of, like, just give us something that's good, but in a very low amount, right? So, like, 1% attack speed. I'd rather have 1% attack speed than I would have, like, some 25% chance to not consume a heal, right? I would fucking rather have 1% attack speed, I'll say it right now, right? Because it's just, I don't know. So maybe some of the bad boons should just be lower degrees of value, but still valuable things. I feel like that would be so much more fun. Actually give us, like, you know, so you could build it up over longer periods of time. That would be so much fun. You'd have to actually feel like even the bad boons were valuable in the end. Sort of, yeah, the bigger whole. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. New run plus slot. Wait, what? Do you have any suggestions to do kata? I did not find myself enjoy. Oops. Hold on. Sorry for missing your. I'll do it after. Thank God I'm not dying here. Do you have a suggestion to do kata? I did not find myself enjoying it because my builds perform very differently. And so, okay, yeah. So what you're saying is that the builds that you have, which are most likely optimized for legend, didn't perform so well, which makes sense, right? Because the breakpoints are completely different on kata. So I would suggest, first of all, that you make a build that is optimized for Cataclysm. Because again, the breakpoints are completely different on kata. So the same builds are not gonna be good in that sense. So obviously you would have to re-roll something that works for Cataclysm first of all. And it is harder to make good builds on kata, but it's definitely doable still. Maybe depending on which heroes you play, there are certain heroes where it doesn't matter too much. One of those heroes, for example, would be Witch Hunter Captain. Witch Hunter Captain just performs great on all difficulties, because again, a lot of his sort of power is not from hitting breakpoints. I mean, sure, you want to hit some with your ranged weapon, right? But a lot of his power just comes from the fact that he can critical headshot execute things, right? So you don't really need the breakpoints in the same way that you may need on another hero, because you just use your ultimate and then you critical headshot and stuff dies all the same, right? Are the breakpoints higher, or is the combination to hit different? Like, it's not so much I think that you use different combos, it's just that their health pools are different. So it's going to be a different amount of percentages you need to hit a breakpoint because of the difference in HP. And also the combo might also be different. You're still going to use pretty much the same combos, but it's just that the amount of attacks you may need will obviously vary. Some minions you're not going to be able to find a breakpoint where you otherwise would have.
There's a scryer at close. Who can cruel amongst a cruel kin?
Yeah, so Chaos Race eliminates a lot of meta plus science because there are too many RNG variables. Yeah, that's true. Like what it's I'd say both the sort of the strength of the game mode is also the weakness of the game mode for sure.
Ah, there's some gay and mixing the fun.
Which is also why I think that. Oh wait.
Shield-bearing Tagaraki.
So there's both sort of the fun of Chaos Race is obviously in the boons, right? But the problem with the whole boons thing is that if it's not random, right, then you know, then it'd be too easy. so you need a degree of randomness for sure. But, there has to be some degree of randomness, but I agree, it's a very different game in a lot of ways from normal Vermintide. You know, there's pros and cons to both, I would say. I don't mind the 1 HP every 2 seconds and the 30 health effectiveness. Those are only heals I have love for. Gosh. No. I mean, what the game mode does well is it allows you to feel that you're OP, right? Also, those guys are rushing like hell. Holy crap. I get natural bonds. Buff gave me natural bonds. Yep, that's another thing, right? When you get something that's actually devalued on your hero, that's also fucking annoying. And I feel like they should just make things stacked also, right? But like, for example, you can... Whoops. Oh, shit, that was great. But you can get... wasn't that a hit? That was... So the fact that you can get, for example, way higher HP pool, right? I feel like that should tie into getting, for example, more stacks with the sellers. You know? I mean, it's capped out, obviously, but still, it'd be nice if it wasn't. Maybe it would be too OP, who knows? But that's kind of what the game mode is about. The game mode is about being OP. That's what people want to be. Want to be OP. But they just need to match the challenge. Because that's the other thing I feel like is a sort of... I don't know, I feel like the end game of the Chaos Waste run, right, on Citadel of Eternity, I feel like the second last map is way more fun and way more challenging than the last map. It is so rare that I lose on the last map compared to, like, the second last map. And that's not just because of the extra boons or whatever. It's because the last map is so one-dimensional. I mean, I get it, the small squares, but that's also just a weird feeling, those small squares, where it's like, oh, okay. So you don't really... I don't know, there's no positional things you can do, you're just in a little square, right? And that happens 3 times. Sometimes you get lucky with the spawn, sometimes you get unlucky. And then you come out to that big square, which I don't mind. Like, I like the big square. It's just that either you're OP and then the challenge is way too easy, or you're not OP and then it's still fairly easy. I don't know. Because there's enough room to just move around in a circle, and you only get like 2 bosses, even on Cataclysm. And I don't know, I feel like they could do some more Onslaught themed things there, right? Have some of the other bosses turn up or something like, or something that really feels like, wow, an end event, right? Really where you're like, oh shit, this was a fight, right? This was a fucking struggle. Because the problem is that when you have something like, let's say, Chain Lightning, then you're so, like, I don't know, I guess it is too broken in that it's tough, right? Because, like, I don't know, even large amounts of minions feel like nothing when you have, like, Chain Lightning, but then if you don't have Chain Lightning, like, I don't know, it's like you have so many AoE effects that it doesn't really matter if there's, like, a lot of minions. So I feel like they could just really pump up the minion amounts. And maybe make some I don't know. I also dislike the fact that that you can't push bosses down on either side, even though you can fall down on one side. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling on. Get all buff here, and I'm gonna throw this here. Also so easy. Dashed my Ravage Day. But The good news is I haven't heard anyone complain that the audio is out of sync right now, so that's great news! Great news for the viewer event. So yeah, please, if there are any issues, like technical issues, that please, I want to know immediately so I can fix it. If I know the camera's a bit dark, but that's just because I've been too lazy to actually turn on my streamer lamp. Because it like blinds your face.
I cannot return to the order, not yet. I must have the truth of this.
Too many grenade boons is why you play Ranger Veteran. Yeah, either Ranger Veteran, or you can also play pretty much any class with the Troll Hammer Torpedo. Too many irrelevant potion boons as well. I feel like that's where really the biggest sort of flaw in the boons to me is again, it's the lack of valuable rare boons, right? So the most common boons, there are some of them where you're like, okay, this is not what I wanted, because I obviously wanted one of the more rare ones, the sort of orange and red ones, but where you still are like, okay, this is a good boon, right? But there are not enough of those, right? Most of them just feel irrelevant, if you're playing Zealot, possibly even like annoying, where you're like, god damn it, I didn't want this, I didn't ask for this. Double bomb ruins that synergy though, right? Wait, Ranger Veteran with free bomb ulti is ignored when you get more Grim. That is correct, yes. I had that issue when I was playing with them. I don't know if they fixed it, to be fair. This is like 2 months ago or something. But like around 2 months ago, I tried it, and I had the free bomb, right, and double bomb, and it didn't work. Like the problem was that it registers the first bomb you throw as the free bomb, even though the first one should already be free because you're throwing 2. And then it still registers the second bomb as a bomb that you throw. And at least that happened to me. Play it and get them double. I will either use Morgrams or Firebomb and throw them doubles. Yeah, you can throw them double, but it doesn't work with the free bomb. Oh, they fixed it? Okay, nice. That's good to hear. Okay, nice. That's good to hear. Maybe let's do some Twitch mode or some shit. Or even let's weekly. Played that much this week. I haven't had that much time. What's the weekly event even? Why the hell am I using it? Ah, you rely on instinct. Ah, give it a shot.
Surely you at least rejoice in the twin-tailed cock.
Going on?
Robot?
Yeah, sure it'll make all the difference.
I don't believe it. You're as bad as the others.
Why am I? How many times has the comic shown up over the years, right? How many times? Lots better.
You will see. You will see.
You don't want to play weekly? No, my problem. You're welcome. We all want poop. Wait, what? I don't think bomb works on Markroom though, however. No, I don't think they work on the effect, but you can throw them double, I'm pretty sure. At least that worked in the beginning. I saw in patch that they fixed it the first bomb should I... Okay, nice. That's good to hear. We all want poop. Had that Morecambe synergy, but wiped in Citadel Part 1. All my bots died and got hooked. Is possible to finish a back to basics steed on Legend or higher? Yes, it is.
If you follow.
I have few hopes of
I've done one on
survival,
Cataclysm
and we
once,
promise to
and it
settle
was,
and we
I'm not
shall.
gonna lie, it was pretty fucking, it was pretty fucking boring. Like,
it,
it was super difficult, but in a really boring way, right? Because everyone just, like everyone just felt, like, you just had to punch stuff too many times. And it just ended up being more like speedrunning it, right? Because you, like, it took forever to kill something, so you're essentially just dodging stuff around until you got a boss, and then you, like, spend a half an hour killing the boss, and then you ran to the end, right? So it was not the most interesting thing to do. Kind of the same way I feel about Death Wish, that changes the game. I don't know, I would rather, when it comes to difficulty, I prefer that there's just more of everything instead. I feel like that makes it way more fun, right? I don't want to feel weak, you know? Like that, I feel like that's just not fun to play. I would much rather have the game feel too difficult than have just my character feel like a fucking pussy or something. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, I don't enjoy that. That's just not fun. So I wanna be overwhelmed, but I don't wanna feel like I'm not a powerful character. What's the fun in that? Okay? That's an assassin.
Some of the dead deserve better. Some.
Oh shit, that's just oh fuck, that was closer than I thought.
You. You will trouble us no more. You have nothing.
In case anyone got grabbed by a strangler there.
Listen, back that in. Fielding.
Oh, fuck did that come from? Okay. I have a feeling I'm fairly low HP. I don't know, but based off the amount of times I got hit there, I have a feeling I'm pretty low. So.
Another Chaos Warrior has been purged.
100% agree. Yes, more stuff is more fun. Yeah, right?
Seek cover. Chaos Warrior to me.
That's why you'll see me more often playing something like Onslaught Plus, right? Or like rather than playing Death Wish Onslaught, for example. Because I don't know, I don't enjoy Death Wish Onslaught. Like, I'm not saying anything against people that do. That's totally fine. I just don't enjoy it because I feel like it changes the core game mechanics in a manner that makes it feel unfamiliar. Right? It's like oh yeah, this thing that I've been grinding for 5,000 hours, I now have to unlearn. If I don't unlearn it, then, you know, I'm gonna get fucked, right? And then when you go back to playing normal, where it's not Death Wish, then it's gonna kind of reverse, right? And I don't know, that's just a weird feeling. And like, I don't mind, it's fine once in a while. Again, I will play Death Wish Onslaught. It is a lot of fun, right? Because it is definitely difficult. I do enjoy the events as well. Get wrecked. Archers. Fuck's sake. Any fucking archers.
Behind us, two enslavers.
Oh, people talk. Oh, hello there, good chap.
Yes, yes.
Ah, what the fuck?
Sigmar blessed me
Fuck
with
did
the
that come from?
voice.
Didn't even make a sound. Just out of nowhere, assassin hits face. These men too meaty. Are the VODs from the Vermintide tourney up by chance? I actually don't know. Haven't checked. Maybe we could do like that's actually not a bad idea. I was thinking about doing like a review of some of them, right? Oops. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to talk about that in my most recent video. I was gonna talk about that. I'm so tired of watching my own gameplay that I'd like people to actually do like submissions and stuff, you know? Like from all difficulties, right? Whether it's like Cata Deathwish Onslaught 3, or Cata 3, sorry, Deathwish Onslaught, or whether it's someone who's new and playing veteran. It could be fun to do like, you know, like some other YouTubers do, like gameplay reviews, right? Where you're like, hey, by the way, you suck at this, but you do really well with this, you know? It'd be kind of fun. And then in a video you could have like gameplay from, you know, different people on oh shit, on different difficulties. Stop talking here for a moment. Playing. Just an idea. I don't know what you guys think. Feel free to let me know. Boom. Get wrecked. Get down, son. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Come at me. Torre.
Okay, lovely little potion.
El Toro!
El Torre. Andale. Arriba. I forgot assassin somewhere. Is it? Not on us. Hate not knowing how much overcharge I have. How much HP the Minotaur has? Woo.
Mom, my El Toro is not working anymore.
Dang, no sound cue. Thank you, game.
I bring death where death is needed.
Whew.
Join me in righteous slaughter. Reach prowling.
What? What was that?
Bend my hand.
What was that? What just
Bruh, where's the dwarf?
what was it, the dwarf? Was it the dwarf?
We are missing the dwarf.
Well, you don't need to worry about me.
Oh, yeah, where is the dwarf? What was that? Like, what the hell hit us? I legitimately have no idea.
Everything hurts.
You have not earned death.
Don't. Gotta be a flag
The
there.
charge will avail you not. What's that? The right standard.
What? What?
He controls the wind. You cannot escape judgment. Bloodshed.
I'm so confused right now. Like what? Yeah, you can actually
We
clip.
found the
Yeah,
dwarf.
by the way, you can actually clip now. I have the clip feature now, so you can actually clip under the. Can someone please clip that? I'd love to see what the fuck just happened. Because I'm utterly confused right now. So I'd actually appreciate it if someone clips it and saves the link somewhere. I legitimately have no idea what. We lost the dwarf once the Mino spawned. Fuck. Dwarf is with cousin Okri. Indeed. How do you not get bored of the game? That's a good question, KS4R. I have gotten bored with the game before. So, like, I would say I played the game for roughly slightly over 1,000 hours and then I was getting a little bit bored, but then I started making videos, right? And that sort of reinvigorated my passion for the game. And then I would say around 3,000 hours, I had another sort of period where I started getting bored of the game again, because I'd just, done pretty much about everything there was in the game. And then, I get sort of every time there's a new update, it sort of brings new life into the game for a while. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I would love to also make videos about other games, but there's just no other game that's like Vermintide right now. So when Dying Light 2 comes out, for example, I'll also be making videos about that. Because there are definitely days where... Also, because I feel like I've covered almost every aspect of the game. I talked about this in my new video, right? Sometimes I'm like, what do I make... I mean, it's not that there's nothing I can make videos about. Whoops. It's just that I feel like there are not as many things I can make videos about, right? As there used to be. I've covered a lot of topics, right? And I also don't want to make a video just to make a video, you know what I mean? Preferably should be something to the video, something of substance. What do we play? I don't know what I want to play. Guess we could be boring for one game just because it's this weekly event. Let's do one game of boringness. Not of boringness, just less. A lot of fun. But it's not the most demanding hero in the game. Attack speed. Make it a little bit more interesting.
So, I keep thinking about Castle Drachenfels.
Nothing good can come.
What up, Brilliant? How are you, my friend? Cata boonless run, only trial boons can be taken.
I've some answers, and none of them good.
People getting tunnel vision, not being able to rotate as one instead of scattering in two. Choose what it is for you personally. Wait, sorry, did I miss something? Just out of interest, what's the biggest thing you need to get used to that? That's different from regular when playing Death Wish Onslaught. I would say it's the attacks that do and don't stagger enemy minions. Clip up there, by the way, save the link. Oh, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. But it's the difference between something staggering enemies and something not staggering enemies. That's where it feels so different, right? If you're used to a certain attack, being sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Coming after. There's just a technical term for that. Being something. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. If you're used to certain attacks staggering the enemy, so that you can go into another attack afterwards. When that's then not the case, you kind of have to unlearn that in your head, right? And in those moments, especially in like clutch situations and stuff like that, when you're like really concentrated, you just go on. You don't think about it, right? You just go on instinct, so to speak. That's when you play your best. And when I play my best, I think it's the same for a lot of other people. It's when you're not thinking, right? That's when you play the best. When you're in the zone, when you're just completely sort of tunnel visioned on one thing, right?
Behind you, Krober.
And it's very hard to unlearn sort of a reaction to something that you've just been so used to, right?
One of them black rats.
Yeah.
I think we broke the work fire.
Fuck is everyone over there? Did we get everyone with us? Yep, please.
Doesn't pay to be your friend, does it, Grimgig? The path of the righteous is fraught with danger.
Takes a lot before I kick people, but when you're Russian and when you're literally just charging on like that constantly, like for no reason, fuck that. I'd rather have a freaking bot than... Oh, there's a loot rat somewhere. Let's get to the corner over here.
Same cause. Yes, of course. We are so alike.
Also so typical my luck to get this map when there's no UI. Don't get me wrong, I love this map. It's actually one of my favorite maps. More than I thought. A few more of these. A few more of those than I'd expected. Breaking the pacing here. Playing like Zelda, if they make Vermintide movie, I want Danny DeVito to play Barton. We got healing and a strength pot over here.
Thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome. Oh. That's what happens when you don't have headphones on, folks. Like, it's coming from over there! Then you get jumped from behind. Ranger veteran or engineer, so I started yeah, exactly. So I started blasting. Exactly. Anyways, I started blasting. And I didn't stop. Which why would I? The only thing changing about the minions themselves is their HP on Kata, and no change to their mass or anything like that determines that or receipt.
Uber's right, Helmgart, Bergenhofen. Whole bloody empire's falling into the soup.
Did someone mention soup?
That consistently wasn't maybe
You wouldn't want this particular
check it out. I'm pretty sure on Kata it is harder to stagger things, as I recall it. But it's not in the same way that it is with the Death Wish. Like with Death Wish, it just turns everything pretty much unstaggerable, right? And things that are sort of guaranteed staggers also don't stagger. So like for example the flame hold on a sec. The flaming circle staff, which, like my memory goes blank whenever I'm trying to concentrate on playing at the same time. The flaming circle staff, it has a new name. For example, doesn't stagger anything at all, not even trash minions. So it's essentially useless, which is fair enough, but also kind of weird. Sort of what it does, which I don't mind, is it forces a different playing style, which is like I don't mind that. I think generally one thing people suck at in this game, especially when playing sort of team compositions, and you're trying to coordinate a team, and the hardest part is moving as a team without clearing. Is what I mean, right? So it's not just one thing is like movement in between fights, coordinating that, but it's a whole nother level to coordinate people to move as you fight without actually clearing, right? I've only ever had 2 teams that I could do that with in Vermintide. One of them was my old Reef team. We played together all Reefs for 2 seasons, right? And at that point, again, we didn't even have to talk. Like, we were not even in VC, right? But there were also some really experienced players. And we played together a lot, right? So we could just do that. But that's one of the hardest things, I think, to sort of teach people, is like, because it requires awareness on everyone's part. You can't really just coordinate it with voice entirely. It's like, it's sort of this flow that you need to get into the whole team, right? And that's what you need to do on Deathwish, Onslaught, Cata 3, for example. You have to do that, because you cannot clear everything. Like, it's gonna take forever. By the time you're done clearing one fort, the next one is already spawning, right? So it forces a sort of gameplay type where you're never sort of safe, right? You're constantly moving forward until you get a boss, and you're fighting as you're moving because you can't really clear everything up. And so that's the nice part about it. I like that part. What were you saying again?
The next time Lunar sends us into a sewer, I've a mind.
Oh, I didn't hear what you say, Matt.
Healing draft.
Oh, I need help. I stopped concentrating. Fuck's sake, Michael. That was just so unnecessary.
Hey, it's a blackbird.
I think I haven't gotten hit a single time this whole game so far. And then I just get overheaded by a goddamn storm because I'm not paying attention. This is why I don't stream much, okay? My ego can't take it. Like, talking and concentrating at the same time is hard. Sienna the crispy.
Sorry, PK, my bad. I couldn't help you there.
At the moment I started thinking, oh, he needs a healing pot. And then, oh fuck. I just hope they make it. I love how, like, when you switch like views, right? Look how the darkness sort of creeps in, right? And then if I do like this, there's darkness here, and slowly the darkness goes away until it's bright. And then if I go back, whoops, it's bright in here, and then slowly the darkness arrives. I want Wesley Snipes for Sienna. Wait, what? Bruce Willis for Cooper. First time I hear anything about like that party knife source. But what are we talking about? Yeah, the stagger felt different, guess, because you're missing the head. I blame my tiny dwarf buddy. Like the opening cred, Sienna is played, but a fire accident happens, and after played by Wesley Snipes. Too dark for the 21st century. I'm late, am I? What did I miss? I didn't miss much. 30 Circle. Haven't been going for that long. Like an hour, maybe, something like that. You're dead anyways. You can talk to me. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I like about streaming, honestly. That's the talking to people. It's just that the high-level gameplay combined with talking is very difficult because I very easily get caught up in what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I like to rabble, right? I like to talk about everything sort of between heaven and earth, right? Like the universe, life, all these things. I love talking about it. I've considered even making a podcast or some shit. I know everyone makes a podcast, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But I've been considering it at least. Or starting like a science channel or something. Because I really love talking about those things. And I'll get caught up in that while I'm also playing. But it's really hard to sort of to do both at the same time sometimes. Vermin Talks. That would be a nice name for a Vermintide podcast. But I'm not sure the market is big enough for a Vermintide podcast. You know, as much as I love Vermintide, I would like to one day stop losing money on making videos, you know what I mean? I would like to, like, break even, so that's the dream, you know? Got kicked from a game the other night for a joke that didn't really like it. Bless them, they have no idea. Stagger resistance differences between Legend and Kata. Ah, gotcha.
Well, let's hope this works.
I think for most minions there probably aren't, but I think there are for some. We can take a look at it afterwards. As soon as this game is over, we need the bestiary, and I don't wanna like I think I know firsthand, but I don't wanna make it.
Where are you?
No, I'm very careful about making claims without fact checking myself first, so that's why I'm sort of hesitant to say it either way. Like, I spend a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time when I make videos, on just making sure, absolutely sure. That's not to say I'm above mistakes, but I spend like at least 30% of the time of me making any given video is fact checking myself. It's like testing every single little statement that I make. It's, you know, it's making sure that, okay, that I am actually accurate, that okay, I check the breakpoints, I test the breakpoints, I make sure that, oh, this is actually the breakpoint, actually on this difficulty. I spend a lot of time making sure that what I say is accurate. That's really something I care about. And so I'm very hesitant to talk about something that I haven't recently tested. Wait, did they leave? They left us? What?
PK, can you tell us where's your spawn so we can resume?
I just realized you left us. We are behind you. I only just realized now,
well,
again, because I'm talking. I suck at paying attention to multiple things. They actually passed us.
Alright, dwarf, it's the two of us.
The stage is yours. Best of luck. Hopefully you will make the big bucks with Darkchild. I hope so. Like, again, because I'm not in it for the money. If I was in it for the money, I would have stopped making videos a long time ago. But I'm not doing it to like get rich or anything. Then like, if I wanted to make a lot of money fast, I would have just finished my education, right? But like, but it would just be nice to not lose money. You know what I mean? I enjoy making videos. I enjoy having an audience. I enjoy that. I like that. Like that there are people that want to hear what I have to say, right? That's enjoyable. So I enjoy the process, but it would just be nice to you know, not have less money on my bank account every month. What a duo they are, though. Look at them. True romance there. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, you could be right, Kunigunda. That it is just the spawns. They definitely change on lower difficulties. Like, that's for sure. They definitely change on recruit, veteran, and champion to legend. But it could be that it's just between legend and kata that they are the same. Actually check that pretty easily.
I don't have ammo, so let's go away
But
from them.
I'm not entirely sure you're right here. Because these are specifically for Cataclysm. And they are not the same, I believe, to go stagger on legend.
Behind us, right over.
There's a different version of that. I think you recall there's a legend version as well. This one is specifically for Cataclysm.
Oh, shit, he dropped
Hey,
it down.
we'll see. I'll check it after. I think the dwarf is probably not gonna make it for long. No offense to the dwarf. I so understand the fandom now. Hopefully, I won't fall into the darkest side of it. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's no need for speculation. That's why I like to fact check myself, right? Because you never know. I've had, like, trust me, making videos has been humbling. There have been times where, especially in the beginning, at this point I take nothing for granted. I assume that I know nothing until I've double checked it, right? Because in the beginning when I made videos, there were just so many instances
APK.
where I
Let me
thought I
know.
knew what I was talking about until I fact-checked myself and I was like, wait, what? Is this how this works? Like, what? Like, even after thousands of hours of playing the game, I was continuously surprised with how certain things in the game worked. There are not a lot of games where you can say that, right? Like, there are not a lot of games where you can say, like, oh, is that how that shit works? I didn't know, right? But I think you are right regarding the masses. Let's see. Changes. Then it's the same for champion up to Kata, then it changes again. Yeah, so it's the same there. Let's see here. Veteran, champion, legend. Yeah, okay, so they don't change from champion and up, but they change after that. That makes sense. I'll change some veteran, champion, and then it's the same. That makes sense. Here, probably. I seem to recall that there's one exception to the rule, though. I don't remember which one it is. But I seem to recall that there's one exception to this rule, where it actually does. You can see the stagger resist. That doesn't change until Kata 2. Ah, Shashin. This is a great mod, by the way. I can warmly recommend it. Called the Bestiary. Those of you that wanna check it out, it's really great. Like, I use this mod all the time, just for, you know, for doing breakpoints and such. Jetpack dwarf metal. Need that propulsion. Maybe let's do some. I need to take a piss and make something to eat real quick. I really dislike the new shade changes they made. Like, there's even a mod that reverses the new change. I wanna play some Ranger Cool. Yeah. Oh, that was quick. God dang.
Speak of the business again.
Probably back more on this guy. That's good. Oh. Pew, 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 pew. If you thought that other combo was hard, right? Try doing this on a console. What if they change? They change the 2 ulti talent, so they actually do what's listed. So, like, if you see, so they actually work as intended, which means that Cloak of Pain, for example, you no longer have a guaranteed critical hit on the invis, on the second invis, right? So you do the first attack that deals massive damage, then you have the second attack where you're invisible, which used to be a guaranteed crit, but it's no longer a guaranteed crit, and then you have Cloak of Mist where you go invisible, and you don't have a guaranteed critical hit on the first attack. You only get guaranteed critical hit once you break the stealth, which makes no sense. It's I don't know. I think that was a poor change in my opinion. Even if it was how it was described, I still think that was a terrible change. And you can see, and there's literally a mod, a recent mod in the workshop, which just reverts those changes, right? Most recent. A revert Cloak of Mist nerf. Oh yeah, I have a double imprint. Try that on Kata later. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Victor, one of my lads reckons he can get a message to the Order, if you're interested.
It will keep, at least for now. I'm sure we will prevail without their aid. I confess, Gullickson, that I find your diligence uplifting. You understand duty.
And always stern and present, Mistress Grimke. To be loved and
I don't want to
feared
hurry
at
you,
the
but
same
we've
time.
got problems.
Some dinner in my microwave real quick. Haven't had anything to eat today. I got overslept so much today. I woke up and was like, oh, it's Wednesday. I was supposed to go to lunch with my mom and like my older brother and like, you know, family lunch, right? I was like, oh shit, it's fucking Wednesday today. I thought it was fucking Tuesday. It's like such a me thing to do. It's like, oh, god damn.
You will see.
Use the ketamine snorter. Fuck. What a lazy bum I am, and the chat is doing fine thoughts. I think he said it doesn't increase after champion, but stay. Yeah, exactly. Except for Kata 2 and Kata 3, it does increase on Kata 2 and Kata 3.
Someone's not ready, and lo and behold, it's
Yeah, we did. Oh, no one wants to play weekly. Holy shit. Maybe we should just play Grail Knight, just because we don't have any any fucking boss hair anyways. Might as well play a character that doesn't need it. Big brain. I was wondering why I had curse resistance on all my characters, right? And then I realized it's because I'm working on a video that's called something like 18 classes, 18 builds, 18 minutes. So it's like I was gonna make a video where it's like it's all the legend meta builds, all in one video. So I only have 1 minute to explain each video, like each build, and then I'm gonna see if I can do that. If I can like go through each build in 1 minute, switch character, and then do that 18 times. That's gonna be funny. That's why I was. Rapid fire Vermintide for the video idea. But I mean, I told you so. Just saying. Also, just kidding. I think my food is ready.
You're still here? Kruber's not ready. He'll be ready, or he'll be first.
Ah, it's too hot to eat right off the bat anyway, so.
I've not heard you speak much of your lost home.
Alright, let's get going. Apologies for the wait.
We're grateful for your help, Gullickson.
Oh, it takes more than Raki and Kazaki Doom to get rid of me.
Major leagues for the up. So I want to play Vermintide now, but I also gotta work tomorrow, and so I need to sleep, but the stream is so instant. Oh, well, thank you very much, Dirty Circle. You are too kind, my friend. You are too kind. I'm just glad that we've managed to get a stream going without any technical issues for once. I swear to God, it's been like the last last 5 or 6 times I've been streaming, it has just been a train wreck of technical issues, okay? A train wreck, and I'm sure that's been very hilarious for you guys. Not very hilarious for me.
Take a look and set things straight.
So honestly, I'm just relieved that I know for the viewer event that I can just click stream and I don't have to worry. Don't jinx it.
Why are we not there?
I don't believe in the jinx, my friend. I don't believe. I'm not superstitious.
It may yet be that we are too late.
We'll just have to grab that map bonus.
Maybe I'll just double jinx it, huh? And jinx the jinx. What's good with it, my dudes? What's up, poison spider? Ah.
Here we go. Unwelcome surprises. Bloody usual.
Here, that's a storm vermin. Papa guides you.
Can I have some goddamn switch lane, please? Jesus Christ. Just refuse to activate.
I want an ale.
Let's go this way.
Rattling gun.
Take the back route, and then we'll go pick up the key, and then
Behind you, right?
And a map.
Prowling. Reach down. Play Sigma.
It's just as well you're not a steam tank, Saltfire. You never get you at this now.
oh yeah, we don't know which. I never even thought about that. We don't know which missions we have. I haven't even thought about that. I don't think I've ever played the Grail Knight without UI. So we don't even know if we need the Grim. I'ma just go to see if we need the Grim, because I can't see our actual missions. So didn't really think about that.
Yep. It's okay.
Ooh. There we go. I was like, where the fuck is the lever? Why can't I see it? And then I realized, oh yeah, I'm targeted.
That's a gas rat. Ha! One less leak.
I took away lumberfoot. That's just a scratch.
Potion. Don't waste it.
Gotcha.
In our game, we actually didn't get the sounds for completed Grail Knight missions. Oh, we never knew which one. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for your hard work. Oh, thank you very much, my friend. Great content. I especially love the detailed guides. Got much better at Unchained. Thanks you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, Admado. This is very kind of you, my friend. Thank you very much.
To be answered for in blood.
There's a rattling somewhere.
You know that feeling when you can't get your keyboard into the right position?
Rattling gun.
Can't wait to get my new table. It's gonna be glorious. In like the next week or so, we're gonna have a whole new setup in terms of like my my actual apartment. Got a sort of little studio up, so to speak, where I can actually have my green screen and stuff like that set up. Be nice. where I don't need plates underneath my goddamn chair in order for the chair to be just tall enough that I can actually rest with my arms when I'm playing. Like, you guys can't see that, but like I literally have wooden plates on my floor right now that are underneath my gamer chair, just so that my gamer chair is tall enough that my arms can be in a plane, right, with the actual table. Because otherwise, if your arm is like this when you're gaming, right, that's super uncomfortable, right? You want your arm to be like this when you're playing. Or care to sell for a reasonable price to someone struggling with a Vermintide performance? What do you mean? What happened to your old GPU? My old GPU? That's going to my little brother, I'm afraid. So apologies, but
My ammunition is spent.
the birthday present for my little brother is gonna be a new PC. So we bought a new PC for him, right? But then we found this amazing PC which had better GPU and more RAM than mine. And since he's unlikely to be needing like that level, right, when it's his first PC, so and since I'm paying for it, so we swapped the graphics card and the RAM, and he's getting the PC. So. Bring Barazzi! Yeah, it really is. Especially when you're streaming and not paying too much attention right now. It's like even harder to like, oh shit, I was low HP. Also, I'm not playing my best right now, but it's what it is. You're running on your brother's old computer. You need to position your chat differently. The problem is I can't do that. The reason I can't do that because I'm using a super wide monitor. Wait, hold it back here, right? I'm using a super wide monitor, but I'm streaming 1080, right? I don't want to stream super wide, which means there's this whole sort of extra room there before I can go to my second monitor. That's you guys right there, right? And so I can't really place it next to it because that's, you know what I mean? That makes it kind of difficult to do that. But it is going to help once I get my new table set up. Right, because then I'm going to have like a really wide table. Like, it's just going to be better. And then I also don't need to have my goddamn monitor on top of the box. Just to have room for my keyboard. Like, this is not an optimal setup. I don't know if you can see that as well, but like literally my monitor is on a box. This golden thing you see, right? That's a box with my monitor like on top, so that this thing here, right? So that it goes above my keyboard, because otherwise I don't have room for my keyboard. Because that the table I have right now is like it's too narrow and it's also too tall. So but thankfully I'm getting that fixed in the next 2 weeks. So looking forward to that a lot, like a lot. Yeah, I thought about doing that as well, but I'm getting the other table anyways. And I also think it's nice to be able to move it around, you know? Fuck it. Let's just play some... one more quick play Cata here. Just, getting some proper gameplay. Sometimes those you could see people like Ryzen and final with 2070.
Looks like the twin-tailed comet's returned, so
The guy who asked in chat. Yeah, I think he wanted like a cheap price on a GPU. They're hella expensive these days.
Rasknik's off whipping his hood into a frenzy, and
It's starting to get better though. Like, the market is slowly stabilizing for GPUs.
You are gonna have to use the bloody thing and get your asses to Norska. Once there, we have a plan, thanks to Alicia's magical espionage. So
Rona ruined your budget.
listen good.
Now, that's how Cousin Okri used to do it.
That's how Cousin Okri used to do it.
Potions! Hold on to your hate. It will give you strength. Die!
When the Skaven unleash their sickness on the world, the weave always suffers.
Ash, I hear the warp fire.
Fire rat!
That sounds like a backstab.
Yeah, you stay down, sneaker.
Was an important lesson in that right there. Never panic shoot an assassin. You have the time to wait until it stops, do it. Always the right choice.
Cocky, we ain't done. Something in the shadows, mate. I don't want burning to a crisp, so kill that warp fire thrower.
And this.
Yeah. Dead flame spouter. In Sigmar's name!
Nice.
Good killing, Fullback. You're a credit to your regiment.
It's all service, sir. We all crackheads in the same cause.
Same cause. Yes, of course. We are so alike.
Ah, shit, patron.
Woo! Boom! Shakalaka. Some good bombing right there. I applied shrapnel to them, and then his bomb like took them out. That was nice.
Healing draft. Skaven gunner. Yeah, that ratling's dead.
Storm vermin.
One ultra surprise coming. Await your plan of judgment.
Every fucking time I tried to shoot it, it got pushed off.
There it is. Couldn't rightly forget it, could I?
I panic shoot everything. Did somebody say something? Wait, what? Older you get, the less you lose. What are we talking about?
Don't get caught. Strangler's dead.
Oh, again! Every fucking time I want to shoot one, it just gets pushed away. Fuck's sake, let me take the shot. Not their fault. I'm just rattling here. About my green circles, you know. I haven't had my fill of green circles today. I honestly have barely played the game for like almost a week. All the time I had, like, I've been so fucking hot last week and it's been so busy. And then this weekend I haven't had any time at all. Because my parents are in town, so I had to like do a bunch of stuff with them. And then as I said, I missed my lunch with them today. So it's been like sleep, family, or too hot. Ready? Good opportunity headshot. The drop off. There comes a point when you shoot far enough where the drop off of the arrow just increases exponentially. So to account for that,
Alicia's scouted well.
it's fairly hard, but it is doable.
Good or ill.
Nicotine.
In we go. Definitely against all.
Mr. Nicotine, welcome, welcome.
In we go.
Not supposed to do that, though.
I must say.
Wanna leave it for when you come back?
Please don't remind me we'll have to do this again, darling.
It's okay.
That shield will not
Not that
save
much.
you, that man.
Tiny detail.
Stunner warrior comes for us. Done ready.
Oh, it was really nice with something to eat. I was a lot more hungry than I realized.
Rot hell sucking dirt.
Okay. Double critical headshot.
It's up there. Here's a healing draft.
There's a chaos warrior near.
Scratch one, Chaos Warrior. Ha, good killing, mate.
Range for some goddamn green
All
circles.
right, we're scheduled for some arms. Ammunition, should you have a care?
There we go. Kick some ass and shoot some bubblegum or something.
I'd rather some noker leaf, but this'll do.
Nicely done, Marcus. Make it look easy.
It's nothing, Jenna. It's training, reflexes.
And a powerful fear of getting another
AC
star.
isn't exactly common in Scandinavia. No, that is exactly right. Yeah.
Come, Stunner.
I mean, you'll see it maybe in like
Spell you.
public government buildings or some shit like that, but not like in your average household.
The Chaos Warrior.
Very rare. Which is good.
Fire thrower.
Horrific for the environment.
He made way.
Which eye do you want this in?
Also, it usually hasn't been a problem, right? Because normally we don't get those like heat waves very often where it's like above 30 degrees. Like that's fucking rare. Or at least it has been fucking rare. Obviously, it's been occurring more and more often in recent history. But
Good here.
that's another reason I think we don't. Weather's a lot more stable in Scandinavia than a lot of other places, so that the sort of the extremes are way closer together, right? And like we also don't get these like maybe if you're like in the really far Norway or Sweden, but like in most of either country you also don't get these like just freezing blizzards of like you hear about in the United States or Canada, right? Where you're like, holy shit, like minus fucking I don't know 30, 40 something. That's also very rare. At least in Denmark, it's very, very rare. Tell Salts to old more, my son, or copy his battle cry.
Healing draft.
360! 360! Oh! Closer than expected.
Right, bloody Blightstormer. Right, helm incoming.
Buggers won't see me.
What a done.
Bloody hell, we've only gone and killed him.
I live in Hawaii, it's raining right now, but it's still hot as fuck. I've been to Hawaii.
That's better. One less Chaos Warrior.
Hawaii Hilton Village, I believe it was called.
Chaos Warrior
The hotel we were at, the Hawaii Hilton Village.
Chaos Warrior! He'll blaze like a torch!
Sadly, it was with my dad, so I would really have liked to seen the telescope that's on the volcano. We didn't get to do that.
Ashes grease.
I used to work next to that one. The Hawaii Hilton Village or the telescope?
It's a gutter runner. With this,
I would assume the Hawaii Hilton Village, since the telescope. I don't think there's much next to the telescope, since it's on a volcano.
Root, truck,
I'm in awe, Skinner. It's bloody awe.
I can't fight much longer.
At nicotine and ketamine.
Careful or we'll have your head.
I would just need some cocaine and some amphetamine.
You hit me, Trooper. Again.
Maybe he worked in the volcano.
Bloody up.
That's some good work right there. In the volcano. The volcano is important work. Which island? Oh, that's a good question. That I don't think I can answer, unfortunately. So I'm being perfectly honest, I have no idea which island. You see, the difference between doing like vacations with my dad and with my mom is that with my mom, you're a very cultured person, right? You go to see things, you go to, you know, important historical sites, and you go to see nature reservoirs, and you go to see, like, you know, all these things. Like, you go to all of these sort of important cultural things. And then when you go on vacation with my dad, you go on a beach, and you relax, and you go to a pool, and you get the difference, right? So, and this was with my dad. So, you know, we didn't really do much when we were there. Oh, shit. Other than just, you know, it was just one of those vacations that was for the sake of doing nothing, right? Being at the hotel, relaxing, having some drinks, chilling out. You're like Kawau. Kauai. I like the name already. Kauai. Gotta go to Kauai. Kauai is the place to be.
Does he really think he's the first Scunner?
I feel your dad. yeah, I don't blame him. Like, trust me, when I was a kid, I wish we did more of that, right? Whereas now, I'm like more on my mom's side. I think a little bit of both, right, is where I would be at personally. But I'm glad that we still, you know, got to be cultured, you know. Grow as people when we were kids. Important, I think. Even if you hate it at the time, even if you're like, Mom, I don't care about seeing another church, okay? We've already been to like fucking 30 churches here, and not in a religious way, but I'm talking about in a, like, you know, in an architectural way, right? Where you like go to see St. Petersburg's church, the biggest church in the world, and like St. Paul's Cathedral, and like all these other churches. Again, not for I'm talking too much, not for religious reasons, but just because they're beautiful, right? But at a certain point, you're like, I don't care about any more churches.
we're blessed. Help!
But nonetheless, I think, you know, they mean well, right? And I appreciate it. It's a good thing. Even if you sometimes hate it at the time, I think it's a good thing to sort of, you know, see those aspects as well.
Is it too much to ask for a moment of respite?
Chaos Warrior. Leave darling. Fight it alone.
Call your target. I'm off hunting.
Not at the time. Stand well.
Be convinced of something special tonight. Don't see me now. I am your man.
Also, oh yeah. It's always about the balance. Yeah, I agree. But you know, there are also certain places where it's like, you know, the Amazon rainforest, right? For example, that sounds, oh, that's such a beautiful place, and it is, but it's also uncomfortable as hell, right? Let's be real. But does that mean you shouldn't go? I don't think so, right? Sure, like that's not the kind of vacation you may want when you're a kid, right? Because even if it's beautiful as hell, I guarantee you, it's also tough as hell, right? It's like there's. But if you want to see that kind of stuff, then you gotta live with the fact that there are fucking insects everywhere, and it's hot and moist as fuck, and that's just part of it, right? And I still think it's worth it to go see it, even if it's not very comfortable in the moment. One of the things you'll remember, right? There's this interesting neuroscientist who talks about the different types of experience, right? Where again, actually, this is the exact thing we're talking about now. He talks about whether you should do uncomfortable but sort of long-lasting vacations, or if you want to do if you should do the sort of relaxation part, right? And the interesting thing is, if for example, like how you recall the two different events are very different, right? So maybe in my mind, I'll recall the rainforest, for example. Someone will come and ask me, did you have a good vacation? What did you do, right? And I'll respond like, oh yeah, it was great. We went to the rainforest. We did this, we did that. But in the moment, I was actually miserable, right? Because I'm thirsty. I'm way too hot. I'm wet. I'm sweating. Like I have mud all over me. I haven't had I'm actually not enjoying the moment because it's the, But I'll tell someone who asks me, oh, this was a great vacation. It was amazing. Right? We saw this and this and that. And in my memory, I'll slowly take that vacation and I'll encode it in a positive light, right? Whereas the opposite, let's say that I was on a beach in Hawaii, right? And someone comes and asks me, oh, how was the vacation? I'll be like, yeah, it was fine. We were like relaxing, we didn't really, we're on the beach a bit, just the usual relaxation. And there wasn't really anything memorable in the same sense, right? So, but in the moment, I was way more likely to enjoy the beach thing, right? But there's nothing to talk about there. So it's funny how you'll encode those memories differently in your brain, right? Whereas it sort of seems negative that on my vacation I was just, relaxing, didn't really do much. So it's less memorable. So for the long-term memory, your brain will favor the unpleasant experience, whereas in the short term, in the moment, it will favor the actual relaxation. Just a little bit of interesting psychology there. Sorry for rambling, but I thought it was interesting. And also funny how you recall it. Like my time in Kush Mountain, everything that lives there grows hurts you one way or another. Yeah, exactly. Shouldn't go if you want bugs crawling on your ear. Getting butterflies, yeah, that's true. Still the best vacation I've ever had, by far, was Galapagos Island. That was by far the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It was a really nice balance of being on a boat. Like, we were 18 people, we were on a boat. It wasn't a luxurious boat by any standards, but it had a bar. And you weren't spending that much time in your room anyways. The rooms were absolute tiny, but that was part of it. It wasn't a luxurious, it wasn't meant to be luxurious, right? And it wasn't. And that was fine, because you still had enough comforts that you were really enjoying yourself, and you had time to sort of take in the beauty as you were sailing from island to island. And you had, decent hot food, right? And again, it wasn't luxury, but you had sort of the necessities, right? You had hot food, you had a bed to sleep in, you had a bar, which was literally just like the meeting point of it. It wasn't like a bar. It was just, one of the guides. He knew how to make a drink or two, right? And, that's all you needed. And so you could go every day, and you could go on these islands, and you'd go and you'd visit all the interesting places, sort of go on an adventure, so to speak, and then you'd come back in the evening and actually feel sort of exhausted, right? But in a good way. Also, I've never been so shit scared in my life as I was when, I remember one of the first trips we went on the Galapagos Islands. There was this, when we were supposed to go back to the boat, right? You take a smaller boat to the slightly larger boat, right? And so the place where we had left the boat when we came back, there was this fucking huge male sea lion, right? Like right where our boat was, right? And it was an aggressive motherfucker, right? He was like And the guy told us, like, you do not approach it, right? This is his territory, right? You can see there was a territorial thing, right? Like, but there's this huge fucking male sea lion that's like, anytime you get like within 5 meters of this guy, he would like go fucking crazy, right? And we're like, nope, we're not getting onto our boat right now, right? And we had to wait for like literally an hour and a half for him to move before we could get on the boat, right? And then later that day, we were going snorkeling in the water, right? Nearby. And I just remember like taking a deep breath, diving down, and then I just heard this noise, right? Then I turn around, right, in the water, right, underwater, like a meter or something underwater. I turn around, and like this fucking male sea lion that had been like aggressive as fuck just comes swimming straight at me, right? And I barely even have time to react, just swim straight past me. And I just remember like going up to the surface, like, I'm getting the fuck out of this water right fucking now, right? I just like, my heart was fucking racing. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of this water right fucking now. And I did. And like I had to like sit there, god damn, that was whew. Like it may not sound scary, a male sea lion. I'm fucking telling you, those are fucking predators. And the biggest ones, they're not small animals, right? And when you've seen one of those motherfuckers go be really aggressive, right? Be really aggressive. And now you're in his territory, right? You're in his domain in the water, right? Where you can't just run away, right? Where he's fast, you're slow. Like, trust me, that's scarier than it sounds, at least for a moment, right? I remember my heart really started racing there, like, oh, fuck. You ever watch Idiot Abroad? No, no, I haven't. I think I've heard of it. It's called Rosy Retrospection, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think you're actually right, Poison Spider. In regards to the whole memory thing, where we tend to favor toughness, right? The things we had to go through tend to stick to us in a positive way, where there was a journey there, right? Where it was actually hard to accomplish, so to speak, but you got through it. Tend to favor those memories, whereas just a relaxing beach vacation is just another, you know, there was nothing there to remember other than you enjoyed yourself, right? Whew. Have had dolphins chase seals away while spearfishing on the west side of the island. Oh, nice. I believe, was it Hawaii where I went with dolphins? I think it was. No, it wasn't. That was my dad. No, that was Australia. Yeah, but it's a beautiful, it's a beautiful island. Wanna get back with their ex-spouses when all they actually did was making them. I completely missed that comment. That's a nice one. Pretty good. That's a big brain right there. It's because all of the bitching makes you think of them in a favorable. It all makes sense. It all makes sense now. It's the struggle of actually. The struggle of actually being in their very company that makes you remember it so much more favorable. Dolphins are cool guys, just not nice to women on their period. They get real. I've seen the videos. I have seen the videos. It is, yeah. Like there's a Danish comedian who did like a whole set on how this dolphin just washed the bottom of the goddamn pool, like as with this woman. I just imagine just getting. I can't do it because the words he used, it was in Danish, right? I just remember it was just, oh my god, it's one of the best pieces of comedy I've ever heard. It was glorious. Yeah, trust me, Danish comedians, they don't give a fuck, okay? Like, comedy in Denmark is like they'll take any fucking topic, okay? But yeah, it's true. There are dolphins that will actually fucking let's say goodbye to all monetization on this this stream. There are dolphins that will fucking scam rape women, okay? I'm sorry, because it's so not funny, but it's also so funny. Like, it's like it's not funny for the person or in the moment, right? It would not be funny if it happened in front of me, but in retrospect, that's goddamn hilarious. Let's be real, okay? They scam rape, okay? They like just imagine drowning whilst the dolphin is like violating you on the bottom of a pool and just grinding you up and down the free.
Seems like an old mate of mine has been whispering in Alpha's arguments here.
I'm sorry. I would laugh first then help after. I don't think I would laugh if it was actually happening in front of me. It was a very serious deal. But just, you know, the cartoonish thought of it all is kind of funny. Let's be real. While orcas will drag you under thinking they're playing with you. Rip all women in chat. I'm sorry. Apologies. That's gotta be a tough way to go. Let's be real about it. That's a tough goddamn way to go. Like, holy fuck. I also heard about this dude fairly recently who was swallowed. Like he was out diving, right? And he was swallowed, or at least in the mouth of a sperm whale. That's gotta be some scary shit as well. Like, can you imagine like being, hey PK, much love from Brazil. Well, thank you very much, Gabriel Barros. Gabriel Barros.
I need you to put things right.
Obrigada. Or is it obrigado? I can never remember. I swear to God, there's this one time, right? Gabriel, I'll tell you a story here from Brazil, okay? Because my dad used to live in Brazil. So I've been to Brazil like 10, 11 times. I remember this is my first time ever visiting Brazil, right? And you know, I picked up on my dad saying either obrigada or obrigado. I don't remember which one. I just remember that I said the wrong one to a waitress. And for those of you that don't understand, obrigada and obrigado both means thank you. But it's gender specific, right? So you say either obrigada or obrigado to either a guy or a girl, right? And I just picked up on my dad, and I asked him, what does that mean? That means thank you. I was like, oh, okay, great. I picked that up. I'm going to say that. I'm going to try, you know, because there was this smoking hot waitress. And I was like, and I, you know, like, obrigada or obrigado. I don't remember which one. I just remember she looked at me very weirdly, right? I was like, fuck? And then my dad told me that, like, by the way, you just, you know, that's the wrong one. So that was kind of funny. I'm sure the balls of the 14-year-old me was very much broken in that moment.
Be ready. Fighting warfare with steel and shot is no laughing matter.
Free Willy for life. How are things in Brazil at the moment? Because like I still talk to like my dad's old girlfriend with whom he had a son, which is my little brother, right? So I still talk to them because they live in Denmark now, right? And one of the reasons I know they moved to Denmark was because I'm not trying to talk down Brazil because I think it's an amazing country, a country that I love. But as I understood it, things are not going particularly great financially and sort of economically in Brazil at the moment. Or am I wrong? Like I heard it was a little bit of a shit show currently, which I'm sorry to hear. Sperm whale clicks are loud enough to paralyze her. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
A natural choke point. Be on your guard.
Black rat!
But regardless, I appreciate the love from Brazil, my friend.
This way! Onward!
In water, you would minus about 60 decibels since denser than air. Sounds can travel much further in water. Boom. Also, decibel is a logarithmic scale, which means every time increase it by 10, you actually increase it by a factor. Nothing so far. And sharks are like dogs, they only bite if you touch their private parts. What? Sound travels faster in water than in the air, that is true. The speed of sound is typical conditions. Say, yeah, it's about 5 times as fast, like, if the speed of sound in the air, something like that. Don't recall the numbers, I just recall that it's roughly 5 times fast. There's also why sound travels further in water. So you can, in theory, you can hear stuff way further away than you which is another reason why actual sound pollution is a huge issue when it comes to the oceans. Noise pollution, I believe, is the technical term, not sound pollution. Wait, let me give this to the... sorry, not paying too much attention. Like paying attention to the game and having interesting conversations at the same time, very tough, very tough. It really is. How are you, PK? I'm good, my friend. How are you, Benwin? Wait, I will try to pronounce that in a second. Bedouin, head about. I probably butchered it, but that was my best shot. How are you, my friend? It's me, Bobo. Hey, what up, Bobo? What up, Mr. Bobo? How's it going? That's been some... to learn stuff and get philosophical. I'm glad to hear that, Vincent. I'm glad to hear that. That's also why I seriously need to put my shit together and make my first video on a secondary channel. Just, I'm not sure where to start. It's one of those things. It's kind of why it's hard to start like a YouTube channel in the first place, right? It's like, where the fuck do I begin? Like, you know what I mean? And it's a topic I really care deeply about, so I want to get it right first time. But I guess it's one of those things where, well, you just get started. Doesn't matter, just get started. It's so hard to get started. It's so hard to explain why it's hard to get started, but it's fucking hard to get started. No one knows why, it just is. But once you get started, then it's way easier. I know that, because I've made a YouTube channel. It's way easier once you get started. It's just outside of comfort zone, so I need to pull my shit together and get it done nonetheless. I'll follow you. More stuff to watch while I work. Thank you very much, Vincent. Glad to hear that I have your support. But I don't work. You don't work? What do? You school? I'll be after having missed the shot. Oh, headshot. I'll just watch. That's alright, too. There's no work requirement here. That's a lot of goddamn poison. Holy shit. Poison clouds.
A skaven wave. This will not be the last of
Getting warmed up here.
I walk with Sigma. Down the edge.
What? Did I not just double headshot that?
Sir Gruber, you filthy bastards.
We have the wrong properties on. A double goddamn headshot. That should be off, I'm pretty sure. Like, I didn't even try to take the third shot because I had the double headshot. Thought it was dead.
Mind the shield advance.
No more fires.
You're wounded, sir. Cataclysm. Just try to stop me.
You hear that strangler? I'm not using headset and you're like, ah! It's right behind. It was a bit closer. Thankfully it wasn't.
Would make good allies, if not so mercurial.
Allies. Adults and children are not allies.
Yeah, what up, Snow?
Guides people.
How are you, my friend?
You two, just shut up and guide your weapons to more enemies.
Welcome, welcome. Good chat.
I'm ready for you, shield rats.
Oh, that hurt. Woo! I was close to a team kill right there. Oh shit. Gotta get the fuck out of from that gunner. If that gunner targeted on me, I was kind of fucked. Ooh. Again? Did anyone see the kill feed? Is that a teammate? Ah, Carillion try. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was. I was like, what the fuck hit me? And okay, that makes sense. Oh no, it was... Behind me, goddammit. That's why you need a headset.
Worse with two eyes than I with one.
Pretty good so far. How's the streaming going so far? Depends on your criteria of... I've had some unsuccessful no hot runs, but other than that it's been going pretty well, I think. Just the fact that there are no technical issues is just so liberating. And you know, to be fair, I hadn't played for literally several days, so but I'm starting to feel warmed up now. Can definitely sense that gameplay value, quality, whatever you want to call it, is increasing at the moment. Starting to actually play it properly. Only died because my teammate nearly killed me. First he nearly killed me down to 1 HP, and then he actually killed me. Which happens, like, it's fine, it happens. No hard feelings. Woo. Kill feed set Stormwoman. It did? There was no Stormwoman, like there was a Stormwoman in front of me, but he wasn't attacking. That's weird. What? That makes no sense.
It's up here. The gunrat is dead.
It said Stormwoman? Fucking weird. Like, he would have heard if it was a storm wind, right? Like, got bashed or something.
Who'd have thought an elven temple could exist so deep in the Empire?
You need to open your eyes, Mark. Many feet walk these forests tonight. Just as many will after.
Maybe. The way things are going, I'm not sure how much after there's likely to be.
There's always something after.
Ammunition.
We may not live to see it.
My nostrils rank with pigment flame. What fire!
Storm vermin! Plague vermin!
Don't let me die with my boots on.
Let the weeds be up there! I'm blowing up on the frontier! Well met, Grandfather Ready. Still sound gorgeous.
Stop shooting me, Carillion! Foolish ratty! Playing with fire! I see a storm vermin!
Just try to stop me! That bagmaster will trouble us no more.
Just got 3 reds out of 2 boxes. Nice. Oh, hell yeah. RNGesus.
Magic has torn the temple asunder.
I know that sound. It's a rattling gun.
That's just weird to both. Did it look like it was a storm vermin that killed me? But I just don't feel like I don't see how it could possibly have been a storm vermin. Like, I believe you when you say it. Don't get me wrong. I don't see how that could have been a storm vermin.
Don't step in the gas.
I step
I have to take a look afterwards.
wherever I want.
Looking. Very nice. Very nice. So I've decided we're gonna do the viewer event. It's gonna be Saturday. So we're gonna do that Saturday. I'll like to make a video tomorrow with like the time and such.
Seize the moment.
After just having talked a bit with all of my mates.
You left.
No worries. One of the Emperor's chest for Chaos Waste is the same drop rate as plain normal. Yeah, it is. It's the same.
It's working! Ash, poison, the wisp of vermin. We've a warp fire thrower to deal with.
Drop rate by difficulty as well. Yeah, I think it's the same chests. Yeah.
Burning inside. Oh, what a sensation! Hot and cold all at once. Pestilence.
Someone put it down. For the love of Harry's dinner.
All in the fire, darling. You'll live from a trail of flame.
Die! Oh. That was an intense ending. Doesn't feel the same, haha, unless it's red trinkets. I get those. Like it's got out of style.
Not yet.
You seem sluggish, Elf. Can you still fight?
Hey, my boy.
There we go. Smoke bomb! No. How often do you stream since? It varies. It's probably the most accurate response. I've been a little bit hesitant to stream recently, because as I talked about in the video, I've had so many technical issues with streams, which is why it's been a while since I streamed. But it seems that those issues have been resolved, at least for now. So I'd like to stream at least like once a week. I'd like to stream once a week, roughly. He means to say never. The truth is, I stream when I feel like it. That's the thing, right? Because streaming to me is very mentally demanding. Because I can get into the state where I relax while I stream, but it's very hard for me for some. I'm fairly socially aware, right? So I'm constantly thinking about everything that's going on, right? So I'm like trying to concentrate on the game, and I'm trying to concentrate on the chat, and I'm trying to concentrate on not looking like a moron, right? And it's very hard to abstract from that, and so it's very mentally demanding for me to stream. Like I can edit for literally 10 hours straight without feeling like tired, but I stream for like 4 hours of proper streaming, and I'm like exhausted. Not always, but sometimes at least. So I'd say it does vary, right, on the success of the stream and such. Especially when you have technical issues, I will fucking go crazy. But it's not too bad today. I'm fairly relaxed today. I give you credit, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm too busy screaming like a little boy. My brother was the same at first. He got used to it though. Might happen to you as well. Yeah, but I've been streaming for a long time now. Like for a lot of years. It used to be different games though. It used to be on Twitch. Before I ever started a YouTube channel. I don't know. I feel like I was also better. But back then I was a little bit more relaxed, but that was probably because I was fucking high on cocaine. So, you know, that does help. True story. I don't know if the VODs are still up, but like if you go to my Twitch channel, I don't know if the VODs are even safe, but I haven't deleted them. Let me put it that way. You consider me like, you know, not high on ketamine. But like where I know I have some of the VODs on my PC. Maybe we should watch them sometime. That could be funny. Because like people didn't know that at the time, right? It wasn't like something that I said. But I was playing like Heroes of New Earth, which was a game that I played professionally, right? For real. I have VODs on my PC of me streaming on Twitch, right? High as a kite. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. Don't do drugs, kids. I don't either anymore. That's a done chapter of my life. But 19-year-old me was on a slippery slope. Let's put it that way. So I'm honest about that. Cause, in case there are any others, you know, I feel like it's best to just be honest about it. It's a part of my life I'm not proud of, but it's nonetheless a part of my life that happened. That's also the part of my life where I have all my interesting stories from. All the funny story times with PK. Which reminds me, I need to have the balls to make the next one, because the next one is, whew, that's like the climax of sort of fucked up stories, right? It's like the grand slam of fucked up things occurring, right? Like I don't even know where to begin with that story. Like, holy shit! Like, yeah, that's a story so fucked up that I'll have to make a disclaimer at the beginning saying this is really how I remember it. Like, this is as accurate as I remember it. If some parts are inaccurate, then I'm sorry, but this is how I remember it, right? Because like, I would find it almost hard to believe if someone told me this story. So that's how fucked up that story is. So yeah. And it's not the kind of person I am today, so it's not. So it's kind of hard to be honest about, right? Because it's like, I don't want to be viewed as some fucked up dude who does like fucked up stuff like that. But I did. So that's just a fact, right? But it's something I'm not proud of. Let me put it that way. But it's gonna sound as if I am proud of it because I'm telling it as a story in a video, right? But it's like then why am I making a video about it if I actually don't want to share it? Well, because it's a really fucking interesting story, and I feel like it's better to just be honest about it. Oh, and I want to share the story because it's a fucking awesome story. Like it just is. There's no other way to put it. It's a fucking mad lad fucking story. It is a mad lad story if I've ever heard of one. Okay.
Watching you work, Sharon.
It's about to get a lot hotter.
But it's really hard, nonetheless, to talk about it because it's so fucked up. And I'm not that fucked up person anymore, but I was when I was 19.
Sometimes I do wonder how you're still alive.
What a scrub I am. Didn't even take the last shot. Thought I was gonna die. Maybe. I don't think that. No, there's no line of sight there. There's a difference between sharing a story and boasting. Yeah, there is, for sure. Whoops. But it's a fine balance when the story is about the kind of things that this story is about. Kinda. I don't know. I mean, there are also low points in the story. Like, yeah. No, I don't, not now. I don't want to ruin it.
A Globadier is nearby.
Don't worry, man. We got you. Glad to hear that. Push more on alcohol. Yeah, that's also dangerous for sure. Even 25-year-old me was still on that slope. Poke is scary. It's too fun. Yeah, exactly. And the AP Kinchat has it. It's going good, Clayman. Good to see you, man. Sorry, I missed you. Good to see you back, my friend.
We got that poison rat.
But it's like about all the stories I've told so far combined still wouldn't have a leg on those fucking 5 days. Like, that's and I'm not gonna lie, it's also a little bit blurry some parts of it just because the nature of what. There's literally a part of the story I don't remember at all, and I only have that part of the story because one of my friends told me, and I was like, really? Did that happen? It was like, yeah, that happened, you fucking moron. And I was like, really? Sorry? Like, it's, yeah. I feel like having shared so much about what's good, I feel like I almost have to make that video soon. I've been wanting to make it, but I've been also intentionally not making it because I was oh, that's gonna be a tough one to share. That's gonna be a tough one to share for sure. But maybe it helps that because I also kind of feel like a dick here sitting and talking about this amazing story that I'm then not gonna tell you. That's kind of also a big move. The only reason I'm not telling you now is because I'm gonna make a video about it, right? So I'm gonna make that soon. I should definitely. That has to be on the bucket list for one of the next couple of days. Oh shit! What's going on with that? Oh. I thought I'd drop in and hey, but I got to shoot, just finished some Vermintide with Mocklock. Hope stream goes well. Hey, what up, Logic? How are you, my friend? You guys, if you guys like Total War content, Warhammer Total War, then you should go check out Logic. He hosts a bunch of tournaments and stuff and makes YouTube guides for Total War. So if you guys are into that, definitely go give them a subscription.
The assassin longs to feel my axe.
One-Eye, you must truly hate them.
They are heretics, conquerors, and cruel beyond measure. Hate flows
And good to see you, Logic, man. Oh shit! Swear to God, this game. Sometimes when you look at chat and you look back and you're like, ah! Fuck! I was not prepared for that.
Yes, Direction, let the blood flow.
Honestly, think you deserve more relevance, even if from a game like Vermintide 2, the amount of effort you put into character builds deserves more love. Hope you don't quit making videos, even as a hobby. No, I won't. I won't. I absolutely love making videos. I absolutely love. Again, I'm an honest person. I absolutely love the attention. That's just a fact. Okay, I'm not gonna pretend like I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and be. I'm gonna be honest about it. I absolutely love having an audience. I think it's something I really enjoy. It's something I take very seriously, and I love making videos. I truly do. So. If I can even make a living out of it in any way, shape, or form, I absolutely will. So I have no plan to quit Mr. Leon L. Johnson. Thankfully, I'm fortunate enough that I can keep trying for a good while, you know, without going broke. Oops. But at a certain point, I will have to, you know, make more than I lose, obviously. Otherwise, it's not a viable business plan. But again, I got a while. So I feel fairly confident I can get it to work, especially once Dark Tide comes out with hopefully a bigger audience. Again, I'm not gonna stop making Vermintide videos because I love Vermintide. But it would be nice, as I said, just to, you know, because I really do put everything I have into it. Oops. Like, pretty much the only exception to making videos or streaming for me is like family obligations here and there. And then once in a while I'll see a friend, right? But other than that, it's just been my general philosophy that until I can't justify wasting time until I can prove to my parents that I'm not losing money anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's not viable when you're losing money. So until the day comes when I'm no longer losing money, I am working as much as I possibly can mentally, right? Because you kind of have to, right? if you wanna get somewhere, then it's not an easy industry. So you gotta work hard, and that's not boasting about anything. That's just a fact, right? That's just a fact. If you don't put in the work, you're not gonna get anywhere. But it's also a great industry in that you can put in the work when you feel like it, right? That's the nice thing. So if you're not feeling 100% for a few days, then you can actually just take a few days off if that's what you need to. Doing your own brain lets you. I think the surprisingly demanding thing about making YouTube videos, that also something that surprised me, that I never thought would be the case, is this: you're never really relaxing. Like the only time on a day when I can relax is after I release the video. If I didn't release a video today, I'm not really relaxing. I'm working until I fall asleep, and then I wake up, and then I'll work again until I have a video ready. And then when I have a video ready, then I can relax, and then I can start something new the next day, right? But it's like, even when I was on vacation, it's like you're constantly thinking about your YouTube channel. It's almost like a disease in your head, where it's like, it's really hard to actually get, yeah. But I think it's something you learn to manage with time, you know? I think there are other YouTubers that talk about this as well, and it's why there's such a thing as YouTuber burnout, right? You would think, logically, that YouTubers who have it really, really good in life, let's be real, right? People that can actually make a living on it, they have nothing to complain about, right? And yet, YouTuber burnout is like this huge issue, right? There was a lot of talk about this recently. And I think that's partially why. I think part of it is this sort of everyone expects to constantly do better, and any sort of step back and people feel like their lives are over, right? And I get that, but it's something that you have to learn to accept, right? Because like you can't, for example, me, like I no longer grow at the rate I used to because there's just not enough people in the Vermintide community that I can keep growing faster and faster. That's just a fact, right? Like I've sort of plateaued in my growth, right? Because there's just not enough new people in the game, right? So it's kind of impossible for me to keep growing exponentially when considering the amount of people that play the game. And sure, there was a time I was like feeling a little bit bad about that, but then now it's like, it's to be expected, right? I'll just have to be patient, wait for Darktide, and it's not all about the numbers either, right? If all you care about are your numbers, you're not going to last in the long term. That's just a fact. If all you care about are the numbers, then as soon as your numbers aren't where you want them to be, then you're gonna get depressed, and then you're gonna quit or something. Who knows, right? But it can't be just about the numbers. It also has to be about enjoying the process of making videos, I think, and actually enjoying releasing the video, which I do. The only thing I hope for is it being playable on release. Yeah, that's true. I hope for that as well. That would definitely be a bonus. They make maps tile-based, so the same map is always a bit different. Doubt they'll do that though. Yeah, or like make a map creator. I would fucking love a map creator in Vermintide or in Darktide. That'd be fucking amazing. The community always makes better maps. Well, not necessarily better, but they make more creative maps because there's just more people. And you always have someone with absolutely no life who'll sit down for a fucking 1,000 hours just to make one fucking map, right? That's what made Warcraft 3 great. It was the community maps, right? And it's not that there was anything wrong with the maps that devs made, they were amazing maps. But like, the community is always going to be more... Oh, really? I was gonna... They killed the patrol too quickly. But the community is always going to be more creative, because there's just more people. There's more of us. And we don't have, you know, we don't have a time frame for making our maps, because we don't need to make them, because the game has to release at some point. We can, like... spend as much time as we want, right? So I think having custom maps that the community can make, I think it's like an amazing way to keep the game alive forever, right? There are still people, including myself included, that play Warcraft 3 from time to time because of the custom maps, right? And like, I would gladly sit down and spend like several hundred hours making a map in this game. Absolutely. You bet your ass I would. I can already imagine it now. Like, that would be fucking amazing. Vermintide 2 had a dedicated servers. There would be way more people still playing. Yeah, I agree with that as well. I hope they actually do that for Darktide. Dedicated servers is an expensive feature, no doubt about it. But I really do hope they do that for Darktide. They would need to host, just give us the option. What do you mean they don't need to host? That's what dedicated servers means. They need to have a set of servers that they pay for, right? Or what do you mean? You mean that like that we could pay for the dedicated servers or something? What? I'm not following. So you mean like that we have the option to pay for dedicated, that people will be able to run their own servers? Ah, okay, yeah, okay, gotcha. That would be nice, yeah. Agreed. Ooh.
It's going to explode!
I hear trolls, lumberboots.
Like we have Left 4 Dead servers at one point. It's true. How many people here are excited for Dying Light 2? Just curious. Like that's sort of the only reason I'm not depressed about Darktide being postponed is because I know around the same time Dying Light 2 is coming out. That's sort of like a plaster on the wound, right? Like, so I can look forward to that instead. That's another game that I will definitely be playing a lot. Dying Light 2, like, I fucking loved Dying Light 1. And you bet your ass I'll be playing Dying Light 2. Also, more than just a little bit. Like, I will be playing the shit out of that game. Fucking loved the first Dying Light game. It was amazing. I skipped school for 4 days straight when Dying Light 1 came out. And it wasn't planned. It wasn't like I called in. I was like, I'm gonna be sick for 4 days. It was like, I played it one evening, and I was like, just playing all night until the morning. I was like, I can't go to school today. I'm gonna go to sleep. And I went to sleep. I woke up and like, I'm already late for school. I'm just gonna not go to school and keep playing. And then the same just repeated 4 days straight. And then sort of out of like, just because I was afraid to have too much absence, I arrived in school on Friday. And then back to weekend. Not my cup of time. Vermintide is pretty unique. That's the thing. But if I were to make one game comparison to Vermintide, it would be Dying Light, oddly enough. The melee combat in Dying Light is one of very few games that I would ever remotely compare to Vermintide. Right? That even come close to the same feeling of the weight of weapons, right? Where you really feel like the weapon is doing something, right? And Dying Light 1, at least, is one of those games, I feel like. I really felt like their mechanics were on point. Like, both the movement mechanics were amazing once you learned them. Like, you could really feel the difference between, in the beginning, you sucked ass, and not just because of the sort of, like, not boons, but like the abilities you acquired, but just the actual mechanical skill involved with movement in the game and combat. You really felt that. I really felt like you got the feeling that you got better at the game, and suddenly you could do, like, yeah, insane things. Cup of time. Dying Light melee is better than most zombie. Yeah, it's way better. Like, way better. It's not like most brainless zombie games. I feel like, and that's what I fell in love with it. Like, you start out with a fucking wrench, and it totally feels like a pipe, a metal pipe, and you're like, yeah, this is definitely a pipe. Like, nothing's happening with this fucking pipe. That was a great fucking game in my opinion, and I can't wait for the second game. We've been waiting forever now. Yeah, a lot of zombie games feel the same, right? They feel like identical. And I also liked how rare guns were in this game. Oh. I don't think this guy Nicotine, he didn't even... Olaf from Dubai! Nice! The PvP was actually fun. I usually don't like PvP anything, but was fun. Yeah, it was. It's kind of new back then. I don't know, it just looks like more of the same without too much improvements done. Like on the atmosphere of Vermintide for me, now that I'm hugely knowledgeable about the lore, but I do enjoy it. I love the whole package. Yes. I sort of agree, Poison Spider, but I think that's a good thing. Like, cause so many games, when you have a successful formula, right? You don't need to do anything more. Like, when you have a successful... I think it's a huge mistake sometimes when games have a successful formula. Everyone loved what you did in this game, right? And then you change all of that, trying to revolutionize something that didn't need revolutionizing. Right? You know what I mean? But I feel like it's exactly what the game should be. It is the same core mechanics that we enjoyed in a new scene, in a more sort of vertical scene, right? With more verticality to the world. And I don't need them to do anything else. I really don't. If it works exactly the same way as it did in the first game, I'm sold. I'm sold. Then it's worth the money for me, at least. I can't speak on anyone else's behalf. That's all it has to do for me. It has to be the exact same in a new package. That's all I need. New content. But that's just me. Again, I can't speak on anyone else's behalf, obviously. Let's do one last game. Yeah, play some Twitch mode. Probably gonna be my last game for tonight because I need to work on a video for tomorrow. but it was nice to just have, you know, just... No! 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 I was gonna assist. No! No! Motherfucker. God damn! Fuck! I was just... Atmosphere use Death Watch compared to either was at least a grand in scale, be a Space Hulk, but was super dull. Hopefully Dark Child will not fall into the same issue. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I agree. That would be stat.
Take your time, not like the Reichland's burning.
Oh, they switched. Oh, that was so nice of them. Yeah. Didn't even notice. Let's do the Javelin build. I feel like I can concentrate enough now to do it. Right, goddamn. Brother Librarian, levels, not leaves. Alright, let's go. Oh, Diagomens, this is gonna be interesting.
Let a bloody great meteor make a mess. Now, I don't have to tell you that things falling from the sky ain't exactly good news, do I?
Have to lobby up with the Discord's people sooner or later. Just really shy. Ronan, you have nothing to be like. Trust me when I say the community we have on our server is like a bunch of fucking misfits. You really don't have to be like. I get. Trust, believe it or not, as unshy as I seem today, I was a shy kid. Like absolutely. I was a mad lad. I was also shy. And we're just a bunch of misfits on our server, like really, but in a good way, right? But trust me, we love to talk about everything from real big topics like depression. Like half of our freaking server are probably over exaggerating, right? But that improves the understanding. But like, so many people on our server have had like mental issues and stuff, and like don't feel comfortable. That's what we enjoy. That's what we enjoy about our community, really. Like, assuming you're not a cunt, which is really not what you strike me as. Let me make that clear. Then everyone's welcome, right? And people will go out of their way to help each other on our server, and I really appreciate it. I never thought I would love my Discord server the amount I do, but I really do. I spend so much time there, and it's like whenever I make a video or something, I'm just excited to show it to everyone on my server, and like, it's just a great community. I feel like. People are helping each other. It's just a great place to be. I feel like such a wholesome place. So much wholesomeness. Almost too much wholesomeness. Probably focus on the game here. What I meant to say is you're always welcome in there, mate. And I mean that. Oh shit! There's a fucking lock. I didn't see the fucking lock that was in my way because it was marked. Why am I not hitting him? Oh, there's a lock in the way. Ah, makes sense.
Quickly meet, unless you want burning to ash. The warp fire thrower's gone. Yes. Help me! Are you blind? What? You're mistress of thorns!
Didn't get that question.
Rattle this down. Fine straight to you, guys.
The name's Kruber, thank you. Ha! Wasted effort.
Have a good one, Poison. Oh, you got. Oh, see you later, Poison. Thanks for stopping by, man. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being in chat. I'm gonna play some games. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed your stay, my friend, and thanks for stopping by. Have a great evening, my friend. Also, I think SnowRunner remind me to mod you in. I haven't got done yet. Remind me afterwards. I need to mod you. Here. For a nominal fee of $5. A nominal fee of $5, you know. I'm glad to hear that, Poison.
Bombs here. Should I die, Dolphin, I'd like you to have my sword of confidence.
So the others will think I'm a witch hunter?
No. So they think that I like it.
You do know I've already got a better sword than you.
Holy charge! Another Redman contractor fall-sighted.
Watch yourselves! We have archers!
Now what have I done? It's starting! Can you kill?
You're bleeding all over, dwarf. Do something about it.
Oh.
Stick to it. There's a scryer at close.
Keep back!
That's all gas.
The backstabber is slain! Potion here!
Watch out! Gas!
Gas rat
They brought
incoming!
up a warp fire thrower.
Seized with fire magic! No matter, we'll solve the problem. Gas rat!
$5, so you have my soul already, now you want my last
Farmers near me, like.
inside a joke right there. It's because when I modded Snow, I wrote this, personally, I feel like hilarious message, where I was like, so your soul is now owned by Party Knife Incorporated, and so on and so forth. It was kind of just a meme, right? My soul now, you want my $5.
Over here! Wake me now!
Yeah, that was a nice one, Snow.
Call yourself archers! Here, ammunition!
Policemen, that takes me back.
You talk as if they're rare, Kruger. Corruptors lurk everywhere.
Now, not in the cities, behind nice stone walls. Lasting rudeness is another matter.
This
Depends on what the exchange rate on souls today.
cannot allow them to
We're worth at least $3. No, I don't know.
With a shield! Black Canal! Canal! 11 years! Dead and gone!
Oh, that was a patrol. Let's see. It'll be fun.
Where are your winds now, Dolphin?
There's potions here!
Oh shit. Come on, motherfucker. I killed.
Gas globe coming in! I ain't afraid of your charge, messing off!
Woo! We just need some Tiki and twins. We'd have a party.
No rag on a stick to hide behind now!
That is the most fun combination in this game, I think. It's Sneaky and Twins and Twitch mode when you get the loot rats. I mean, that is a shit fucking show, that's for sure. And you don't even care if you lose afterwards. You have to do it, right? It has to be done. It's written in the rules. When you have 20 loot rats and Sneaky and Twins, it has to be done. That's just how the law works. In the rules, guys, look it up. Have to kill them. How it works.
It's about to get a lot hotter.
Jory, on the bridge!
Warpstone shots coming in!
Beware of poison.
Woo! There's some precarious moving right there. Moving sideways across it, but I had to check to the assassin. Oh, nice push by him. I'm just gonna move it. Get it to the edge. Kind of. Why he stopped moving there? Did it just drag it over here and it was an easy kill? I thought that's what he was trying to do. Nice W. Clone, yes. What? Boom, there we go. I was not prepared for him to ulti. That was fucking weird. You need to be able to use your axes as melee now. Yeah, I get that. I get that. In fact, I was surprised when they first came out that you couldn't. I felt like it was like fairly obvious that that should be a thing.
There's a Globadier stalking us.
There was a
Hate
mighty
that they have that
forest
fucking
here once
dodge
upon a
thing.
place.
With,
Let's just hope it returns in time.
like they have this evade mechanic with arrows that they don't have with guns, which makes them like 10 times harder to hit with fucking arrows. And a javelin counts in this case as an arrow.
There, gas rat. That gas rat needs to die.
You!
Wait there.
Poison!
Could they not feed dead
Oh shit. That's a party. Die, archers. Just throwing spear has tainted throwing axes for you. Yeah, I get that. Oh, that's a lot of archers. In a very annoying location. Holy shit.
That was fast. Toss it a swing.
Fucking hate archers because they cancel your. It's so fucking annoying. I fucking hate archers. They're so fucking annoying sometimes. When they like hit you at the worst possible time, right? From like really far away. And it's not the damage. It's the fact that that like, you know, bumps you up, right? And cancels you, you know, so you either miss your shot or, you know, whatever it might be, right? It cancels your goddamn rest or something along those lines, right? Oh, fucking archers. Over there.
Over there, meets a chaos warrior. Big fight! Destroy the standard! Banners down! The fight goes out to the beasts! The chaos warrior's dead!
The assassin meets a deserving death. That's enough, Cerulean. Check that otherworldly aim of yours.
Wait for me! Come, Gunner. My disdain alone will smell you.
Now we're
Are
talking.
you sleepy? Now!
That's more like it. Woo. Oh, the worst. I hope that. Did we get him with us here? I'll leave him.
Mind their arrows. That sorcerer must die if the storm is to cease.
The beastmen are the plague, brewed by weakness and faltering resolve. A good parent would kill a monster, not offer it up to the bullets and the iniquities of chaos. That's a legion notice. Potion, who wants it? Come on, beastie, I'm ready.
Gutter runner! Think so. Look out! Leech incoming! Destroy that standard, one of you!
Double chaos bomb.
Watch for the charge!
I feel the dark arms reach out.
You're more bloodless than usual, one eye.
Over it all!
Let them run us!
No! A strangler. What? What? No. No! I did not hear that strangler at all. What? What? Wait, what? What the fuck? I don't want to see that. What the fuck? Also, not only silent. Not only was it silent, but it like instantly put me on a pole instead of dragging me. Did you see that? It just grabbed me and then instantly somebody clipped that? That was fucking weird. Oh. But it's fine. That was a really good game. I finally felt like I was concentrating at this, you know, like really concentrating, you know what I mean? Not just pretending like I was concentrating, I was actually concentrating this game, which was nice. Who die? Hey, what up, T Butler? Yeah, to be fair, I haven't been streaming in a while, so that's why. But it seems we fixed all our technical issues, so I'm gonna see if I can try to stream like at least once a week in coming time, at the very least. Fuck it, do one more. I know I said it was the last, but let's do one more. I helped and was wrecking assaults the other day, so you're most welcome, man. You're most welcome. I appreciate the support. Very kind of you. I know the game is a little bit dark, but I'm just not in the mood to have my streamer lamp just blind me.
Turns out that the Pact Sworn
Old haunts, because fuck our lives.
from villages in the Grey Mountains, right in the shadow of, that's right, Castle Drakenfell.
It's gonna be interesting.
A pump
There are some maps with Twitch mode where you're locked in a little room where if you get the wrong spawn, you're fucked. Like at the end event here, we're inside the church, and inside the church is not too bad because it opens up, right? But it, like if you at the end event here, if you just get like a double Minotaur spawn, you're pretty fucked. Unless you have like, it's not impossible to defeat them, right? But without communication, like you're fucked. You're pretty fucked. Let's be real. 9 out of 10 times you're gonna be fucked.
Slaughter and mayhem. Our presence is indeed needed here.
Boom.
By the long faces, we'll triumph yet.
Good room, motherfuckers.
Calm yourself down, One Eye. Let's explain something.
We must reach the temple.
What's the best way to get rats, in your opinion? I tend to play unmodded servers and have only recently started to do legend. I mean, that depends on whether we're talking the best way with cheese or the best way without cheese. I guess is the way to put it. So there's a cheesy way you can get loot very fast, but I would say other than that, the best way is just to play deeds. So find a group of premates on Discord. Like you, I don't want to only advertise my own, but there's a couple of good servers. There's mine, then there's the Blood Moon Inn, there's the Red Moon Inn. I know Magic also has a server. There's a couple of good servers you can use. Find a team on Discord, and then just sit down and play deeds. Just play as many deeds as possible, because deeds you get extra chests for that. And when you're 4 people, then you can just, you know, you can share your deeds with everyone else. That way you have more deeds. And deeds are probably the best legit way to get a lot of loot fast. Or you can cheese. I'll leave that to you. If you want to cheese, there's I have a guide on how to cheat, Garden of More XP, but I would say don't do that. If you've only just started playing Legend, then I don't feel like it's the time to cheese. You know? But I'm not gonna tell you what you should and shouldn't do. personally, I'd say I'd play some beats. Probably the best and also most fun way. Kata doesn't have high drop rates. No, same as Legend. Yeah, exactly. You get the same chests on Kata. Which I think is both good and bad, right? Kind of a double-edged sword, in my opinion.
That's a hook rat.
I think it's because they didn't want better loot to be behind a paywall, or like better drop rate to be behind a paywall of having to, you know, buy a DLC in order to unlock Kata. I get that. I understand that. That would have probably pissed people off. But then again, you're gonna piss people off no matter what you do if you're a fat shark, to some degree. That's just the nature of making Vermintide Warhammer content. You're always gonna piss someone off.
Send your wounds.
Now you're most welcome, T Butler. I appreciate the support. Very kind.
Is that all? I was hoping for an explosion. Maybe next time.
Here's a healing draft.
But I think generally it's just a good idea to have. If you really want to grind rats, then you need a pre-made team. Because it's the only way that you're gonna remain consistent. You know, everyone's on the same page. You can talk together, which increases your win rate drastically. So it's just the best way to do. Just sit for an evening with the same 3 dudes. Maybe you'll switch in one here and one there, right? Whenever someone has to go, you can get a new guy in, and just, you know, play for an evening of just doing legendaries.
If these see the villagers, they'll be bouncing back.
You hear what I hear, mates? Leech.
Go softly into your failure, assassin. We've a storm field going here. Flame mates! Want to get cooked?
Oh, blasted shot. Right hammer.
Let the weed be up there!
Shot I abjure. Twice the glory.
Bounty hunting. Nice bounty hunting. That was pretty nice. What is your system specs, by the way? Oh, I'm glad you asked, because they just got upgraded the other day. So I have an NVIDIA GeForce 2080 Ti. So yeah, an NVIDIA GTX 2080 Ti. I have 32 gigabytes of RAMs, and I have an Intel Core i7 10700K, I believe, i7 processor, 10700K, I believe, is the one. Yeah.
Exempt from searching.
I think. Yeah, that sounds right. I think that's the one. So pretty decent.
Here they come, mayflies.
I just upgraded from the 1080 Ti to the 2080 Ti.
You're barely hanging on one eye.
Clear, Grumpy. Blood everywhere, and another one.
Always compensating with machinery.
Short-sighted as well. Father Jack, it's a chaos warrior.
Oh, thank you very much, Ginger Jack. Ginger Jack. Very much appreciated. Very kind of you to come in here to tell me that. Thank you. Much.
Bless this shot. Chaos warrior. Good kill, mate. This is.
Don't have them all, Clark. Can you not contain yourself, One Eye?
That one eye. Can you not contain yourself, goddamn?
Away now, mate. This village has nothing to offer.
Wanna come from the front? Yes.
Killing, Kruber. You're a credit to your regiment.
It's all service, sir. We all crackheads in the same cause.
Same cause. Yes, of course. We are so alike.
That rot hell might test us, Mayflies.
Kruber, check your aim. Double the crystal. Bloody battering ram. That's what I am.
One less scunner, rot hell.
Southland, you're next.
Oh, blessed shot.
God damn it.
Lightstormer, move it here.
Gas. The gas. Assassin. That is why are you shooting me, Grimky?
Yeah, Grimky, why are you shooting me?
Rattling gun, move.
That gunner.
Dead, not alive.
Light call is a better shot, than that.
Give all of that
Shooting them before my javelin arrives.
That heavy tread, arrogance in every step.
I've never been on modded servers, so don't know my items, and it's been shared between modded and non-modded servers, assuming it isn't a modded weapon, if there is such a thing. If you get a red weapon on normal, will it be available on modded? Okay, so the way this works is that like on the modded realm, like you don't anything you gain on the modded realm you don't have on the official realm. But it's also important to distinguish between you can play on the official realm with mods. Just it's the mods that are sort of verified. I forgot the actual term, but there's a if you go to the workshop where all the mods are listed, right? There's a section of mods that you can use on the unmodded servers. Right? So for example, right now I'm on the official realm, even though I have a UI mod on, I have a bunch of other mods on, right? That are all verified, so you can get all these mods without having to go on the modded realm. But then there is the modded realm, which is a place where you could theoretically, you can do anything there, right? So the XP you gain there does not go over to the official realm, right? Because you can literally, if you want to, you can give yourself all red items in the game if you want to on the modded realm, right? So nothing there is actually permanent. Yeah, and stuff you do on the official realm, so like your level, for example, that translates to the modded realm, but not vice versa, right?
Think of it. There's a scryer out close.
Weapons up. It's the tough one now. Wait, watch out. Receive the judgment of Sigma. For the bloody right hammer.
Sometimes I do wonder how you're still alive.
Kill the sorcerer, kill the storm.
Here, ammunition.
Like that. A challenge at last.
Potions here. Shielded rats, take heed. Tail of water inbound. Have a care. Hook rat.
Oof! That was an instant. Haha! That was a good shot.
Over here. This way.
The rattling speech is last.
That was some calculations in that shot right there.
Fight on.
Just an old
Over here! Easy pickings for you! Don't live, Rory! Grandmother hits harder than that! Oh, not
for it, and you also have a pretty badass grandmother.
Keep moving. We have to reach that flight, Stormer.
Try almost every sanction mod. They're really useful. Yeah, agreed. Okay, guys, are you ready? Are you ready?
Without flames.
Woo! Mad lad. A true mad lad. Whoa! Must kill loot rats. Missed. Ah, I think I got all of them.
This is nothing. You should have seen me at Calder's Bridge.
Dozens, I think.
Calder's? Right? Two known legends vanish without trace of no? Ah!
Get ready with that poison, Elf.
You are poison. I need a moment.
Back to bed.
A stash of explosive devices.
Feel it doing me good.
Poor loot rats, yeah, exactly. Just trying to do their job.
Found bombs.
Which is obviously to deliver gifts for Santa Claus, you know, for Christmas. That's why they have their little sacks, okay? Let's be real. But secretly, they're all working for Santa Claus.
There's a runner in the shadows.
The Skaven's faster than
Watch
it
this,
looks.
watch this. Are you ready?
A
Are you ready?
Roman with a shield.
Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to jump down, not up. Damn it! Gonna do epic flick shot, but it didn't give me the chance. I was hoping it was going to jump so I could do an epic flick. And I love epic flick shots. Well, they don't work all the time, but when they do work, glorious. That is a double Minotaur. Woo! Oh, please. Yes. Nailed it.
Don't let it touch me.
Oh no. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
That stench.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Wasn't as clean as I would have liked it, but got it done. That's what matters.
If you can't shoot straight, one eye, don't bother.
Oh my god, that assassin's mine. Where is it? Where is it? Fuck is it? Fucking mine. No one fucking touched that assassin. Fuck are you, assassin? I'm gonna fucking destroy. We're going down, assassin. You hear me? We're going fucking down. I am fucking. I'm gonna cut you into 7 fucking different pieces. Put them into plastic bags and serve them for fucking Christmas or something.
Packmaster's dead.
There you are.
The unmistakable aroma.
Assassin is trying to troll me. It thinks it's better than me. I'm fucking.
Bloody black rats.
Assassin. Oh no, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm here, assassin. Oh! And that, what? It hit and. Where are you? Bounty hunter, where are you? Wait, wait. Fuck!
I hear something.
My fucking assassin killed.
Don't like that, do you, gas rat? Fire rats down.
Yeah, you nigger team. Rob me of my revenge. You motherfucker.
Killing like this, and I'm gonna lose my bed.
Bets, what bets? Don't you listen to her, Zungi. You know how she gabbles on. Holy
justice!
Lend me your might! A hookah! Rule amongst the cruel men. Luminaire! Bring it down!
You know, when you're only prepared for the Strangler, but not for the Assassin that was also there, and you're like, ah, fuck! And you realize that it's also there. Oops.
Speeding. What a worthless map. Still, maybe there are some landmarks we can use.
I hear a Globadier.
Light leech lurking, mayflies.
That's right. Here, let your ears on that. I reckon it's a fire rat.
Don't underestimate that warp fire thrower. Leech is down.
Maybe Warrior Priest of Sigmar would be nice.
Need a way around that.
There are a couple of really good suggestions, but I just don't know, unfortunately. Hope they announce something about it soon, though.
Terminating our contract, sir. What were you shooting me, I mean?
You know, just to heal the plaster of Darktide.
Hold up. That statue for me. Hell, brother! Nightmare! Tell that leg! I hear him! Right, Stormer!
That wind
I think the statue
straight from the false
thinking
moon.
guarding the secret passage.
I have no clue for the last two. I mean, Sienna gonna be Fire Lady, of course. That's gonna be interesting to see what they do with her. Yeah, like she's definitely the hardest one to come up with a new class with, because it has to be fire. And I'm not gonna lie, I struggle to see what the fuck you're gonna do more with fire that they haven't done already. Maybe I just lack creativity on that part, but you know what I mean?
I'll do as I wished, Ward.
The steam tank, that would be fucking glorious. I would pay them like the price of another game to play the steam tank. That would be fucking glorious. Just an actual steam tank, that would be amazing.
The gargoyles have no head.
I am a child of Athel Lauren. I'm not bested by warped contraptions.
I beg your pardon? That's no natural flame, it's a guitar!
The wildfire thrower is dead.
Rot hell. Look at that artist. Chaos Warrior's fallen.
Check your aim!
I won't die like this.
Right, Stormer's here! He's mine! Stop showing off! You'll never be as good as Okri! Great with a shield like this. One top. Dagoraki with skill! Spread out!
Did we only get one of them? Oh no, we didn't. I thought I didn't. I just completely didn't miss that one of them.
Down.
No, not Grimgy. You can't lose Grimgy.
Skill, Sergeant.
Oh, what? Thanks for stepping into me, bro. Woo.
I don't die that easily.
Army Hunter, stop farming green circles. A little bit of movement right there. Boom.
That sorcerer, warping the winds.
Maybe pass a bunch of Chaos Warriors. Issue. He's just farming green circles. Come on, bro. We don't care. Okay. No need. You've been playing well. Don't need to have nothing to prove. You've been doing very well, my friend. No need to farm green circles.
Over here! Easy pickings for you. Only a Joey.
Done ready.
She well played. Thank God we didn't get a double Minotaur at the end event. Teleporting sometimes. What? Sorry for not being too active in chat, but just wanted to make sure we actually won this one. Nice DPS right there. Spawning fire spirits will be disappointing. Oh yeah, that would actually be awesome. Got to go. Good stream, huh? Thanks again for the help. Yeah, you're most welcome. I think we're also at the end leg of the stream. I wasn't planning for it to be too late today. Run and shoot. I just wanted to make sure everything was ready and set for the viewer event this weekend. Boom. Watch out. Hello. But thanks to everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. And I also hope you'll be joining us this weekend, Saturday. I don't know what time yet. I'll have that tomorrow in an intro for a video or something. There'll likely be some sort of sign-ups, not so much because I feel like we need it, mostly so we know how many people are planning to attend the actual event, so that we can set something appropriate up for the amount of people we have, right? Maybe we'll do like a PvP event or something, have a giveaway, something like that, right? This Saturday, I'll just write to Hatch real quick and ask him. He can provide something amazing. Maybe a serpent frame, that would actually be a nice reward. Anyways, that's going to be this Saturday at X o'clock. So I'll let you guys know tomorrow, and thank you so much for stopping by, man. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. And as always, I love you guys. Stay awesome. Peace out.